LA, and she drive a Maserati. Then she got a body, she be tryna party. She be tryna party. She just moved to LA, go to UCLA, and she drive a Maserati. Then she got a body, she be tryna party. She be tryna party.
Sometimes you gotta lose somebody just to find you really love someone. Oh, and I do, and I do, and I do, yeah. Sometimes you gotta lose somebody just to find you really love someone. Oh,
she be tryna party. She just moved to LA.
Fall so hard, motherfuckers wanna find me. First niggas gotta find me. What's 50 grand to a motherfucker like me? Can you please remind me? Fall so hard, this shit crazy. Y'all don't know that those shit phase. Nets can go 0 for 82 when I look at you like this shit crazy. Fall so hard, this shit weird. We ain't even supposed to be here. Fall so hard since we here. It's only right that we be fair. Psycho, I'm libo, go Michael. Take the pick, Jackson, Tyson, Jordan, Game 6.
Riding my bike like I'm too young to try. Careless and free like it's 2005. Had to chill the fuck out, take a trip outside to have fun with my friends like I'm young and alive.
Your taste of your lips, I wanna ride. You're toxic, I'm sipping on that taste of a poison paradise. I'm addicted to you, don't you know that you're toxic? And I love what you do, don't you know that you're toxic? I'm addicted to you, don't you know that you're toxic?
Had to chill the fuck out, take a trip outside to have fun with my friends like I'm young and alive. Like I'm young and alive.
Don't you know that you're toxic?
no one ever was. Hatchman is my real test. The training is my cause. I'll travel across the land, searching far and wide. Keep stuck in mind to understand the power that's inside. I know it's my destiny. Oh, you're my best friend. In the world we must defend. I'm so true. I'm very from us too. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon.
Tryna be cool like you, wobbling around in your high.
For you, just let me adore you. Like it's the only thing I'll ever do. Like it's the only thing I'll ever do. Oh, I mean, walk through fire for you. Just let me adore you.
Put it in reverse, hair.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that bitch like Stockton. Just joshin'. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone, put a bad bitch in the friend zone. This shit sound like an intro jet song. Give me.
Let my teeth glow like a ride, oh. Not easily offended, not let it go. From a mess to the masses, a list of mania. Think less but see it grow. Like a ride, oh. Not easily offended, not to let it go. From a mess to the masses.
I am very, very sneaky. So.
Okay, I'm bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the motherfucker in the house bored. And I'm bored in the motherfucker in the house bored. Bored in the house, bored in the house bored. Bored in the house, bored in the house bored. I'm bored in the motherfucker in the house bored. And I'm bored in the motherfucker in the house bored. Bored in the motherfucker in the house bored. And I'm bored in the motherfucker in the house bored.
All the things that I used to say, all the words that got in the way, all the things that I used to know have gone out the window. All the things that she used to bring, all the songs that she used to sing, all the favorite TV shows have gone out the window. Missing you.
You'll be that much higher, so high. You'll be that much higher, so high. Get much higher, so high.
All the things that I used to say, all the words that got in the way, all the things that I used to know have gone out the window.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's time. Traders, we got to get excited. We got to get ready to rock and roll. And we are kicking off this day kind of right off the rip here. Traders, little heads on up for every single person. Right now, KTTA just came out with news. KTTA just came out with a press release less than 1 minute ago. Says announces positive safety review on phase 1. Now, this is not positive trials. This is not positive data. It's saying positive safety review. But I will say right now, nothing else is spiking, right? We barely have any other hot press releases. So the thing is, KTTA is stealing some of the hype right now at this moment. Little heads up for every single trader. This is, again, the stock that the majority of traders are looking at. Just came out less than a minute ago. It's talking about a safety review, positive phase 1 data. Not honestly the biggest thing in the world, but of course, I want every trader to just be aware of it, okay? So KTTA, stock that, again, we want to be keeping on high watch and high alert, but let's see if we get anything else really big here. I know, again, I'm just jumping right on the mic. Everyone, again, is basically looking to kick off this day with a bang. Every single person wants to be able to make as much money as humanly possible. We want to do what we do best. And we got to, of course, be waiting and watching here. KTTA, if this stock does start getting the momentum, if this stock does start getting the spike, if this stock, again, runs on up even higher, where's the main target here? Main target's going to be $5. All eyes right now, KTTA starting to get a little bit of a squeeze. Stock did just go from 234, just shot right on up towards 411. And again, the press release is right here. It says announces positive safety review with recommendations on its phase 1 in advanced cancer. So again, it's not really that good of a press release. It's not saying that we have positive phase 2 data with these are the results. These are the things we saw. It's a safety review. So I want you to just understand that. Now, if you understand it and you're saying, hey, Dek, I still like this press release. I think it's going to go up to $5. Then go ahead and pull the trigger. But it's not really the biggest thing in the world, to be honest with you. KTTA. Morning spike, up 105%. I don't think I'm going to pull the trigger on this one, though. I don't think I'm going to pull the trigger on this one. And the reason why is I'm just not the biggest fan of it. I don't think it's going to be absolutely insane. I don't think it's going to be absolutely like nuts. But like right now it's going. Right now it's going. Right now, again, every single trader is running over towards it. Right now, again, people are trying to get involved. And it's all KTTA right now. You could see we don't really have that much news today so far. We really only have this one positive press release. It is a very low float stock, and now it's trying to get a little bit more momentum. I want to see over the next maybe 1, 2, 3 minutes, can we get some endpoints? Can we get, let's say, a contract? Can we get a partnership with someone? So we know KTTA is the #1 top gainer right now. Put that over on your top board right here. 1 minute time frame. KTTA 1 million in float, looking for a spike. OGEN, not too much. FHG coming on down. KTTA's first stock. First stock, which is fine because there's going to be many other plays behind this. And remember, if you're not the big fan of a press release, it's hard to buy a stock that you're not even confident in. It's hard to purchase a play where you are saying, I don't know if this one's really worth it. I really don't know if this stock is, again, a stock I want to be trading. I don't know if, again, this one's going to hold on up. When I'm not confident in a play, it's very tough for me to want to pull the trigger on it. It's very tough for me to want to invest into it. Dip buy? Dek, could I do a 360 dip buy? Well, what I would say is let's look at where the candle to candle transition is. And again, just like yesterday, it's going to be probably right around that area of 360. So great job listening to me yesterday, kind of learning from yesterday. So a lot of times the best dip buy will be where you get a lot of these candle to candle transitions, where you have very nice spike, goes to the next candle, then gets another very nice spike. So if you are looking for, let's say, the safest dip buy opportunity, it would be somewhere right around 360. Unfortunately, you never get like perfect dips. There will never be 360 on the dot. It might be 365 or 358, somewhere in that region. So it's always nice to kind of like average in around those areas. But yes, right now, KTTA, that 360 mark would technically be the safest area for a dip buy. Nothing else though at this moment. Okay, traders. Nothing else at this moment. Let's kick off this day the right way. Everyone at this moment, take a little bit of a breath. I know sometimes you come out firing. I know sometimes you come out a little excited. I know sometimes, again, things get a little bit nuts. So how about we just take a little bit of a breath and go, okay, everything's okay. Sometimes you need that just to be able to relax yourself and not just pull the trigger on the first stock that you see. So let's go over everything. Let's make sure we have a good understanding, because I know when I wake up, I'm always a little confused at first. And you might say, Deck, what do you mean? Well, when I wake up, I don't know what are the best plays. When I wake up, I don't know what are the best stocks. When I wake up, I don't know what stocks are going to be, again, jumping off the trends and the charts, and it has hot news. So I like to get all my bearings. That's the way I always like to think about it. I always like to get all my bearings to know if a stock is spiking for a credible reason. So number one, we already went over KTTA. This stock does have some hype. Hold on one second. We do have ZBIO, just came out with a brand new press release. ZBIO announces 2024 accomplishments and 2025 business objectives. Deck, is that going to spike? It would really have to start like ripping back above 770. I just want to always be aware of any new hot news that's going to be coming on out. Does have the word phase in it. Phase, talking about like phase 2, phase 3, phase 1. So, but it's more talking about what they have accomplished or what they're looking to accomplish. So again, ZBIO, not too much right now. What about OGEN? Let's go over to this play. OGEN. What happened over on this stock here? It seems like OGEN got a nice press release last night, and then the stock was able to move on up. Let me just double check. Is there any sort of news, credible reasoning on why OGEN can go on a very nice play here? Well, it did come out with a press release talking about a Form RW. So I actually need a little refresher here. I think this is a request to withdraw, I believe. Let's go Form RW. What is a Form RW? I think it's a request to withdraw. Yeah, request to withdraw a registration that has been previously filed. So a little heads on up here, guys. OGEN. If you guys are wondering, Deck, why is this stock up? OGEN put out a press release, put out a filing, and now they are looking to basically take that back. Say, hey, we didn't mean to put that out. Hey, we have an error that we made on this. Hey, we're not actually going to do this anymore. Now OGEN is having a request to withdraw that filing. Traders, is that really the biggest press release in the world? To be frank with you, not really. Unless maybe, again, the offering was like, maybe the filing was like an offering. If they said, hey, we're going to do an offering, and maybe the stock could dump a little bit lower. I mean, it's already a 20-cent stock, or was a 20-cent stock. So the thing is, this really isn't that strong of news. So let's just recap this real quick. Deck, you're telling me so far, KTTA, the stock that is the number one top gainer that just spiked 100%, what was the press release on it? Well, it says it has positive, but it just says a positive safety review. Guys, what's a positive safety review? A positive safety review is just basically going over everything in the company to make sure they reach your guidelines. Making sure, hey, you're wearing your seatbelt? Good. Hey, again, you're wearing a hard hat? Good. Hey, again, this drug isn't going to kill someone. You're following all the treatments that we need, the right amount of pills, the right amount of oil and salt and pepper? Good. I mean, safety review isn't really that big of news, but it's getting a little bit of hype right now. But it's getting a little bit of momentum right now. So who am I to talk? Because this stock, if it's making you money, it's making you money. I'm not hating on KTTA. I'm just saying it's not that great of a press release. Same exact thing with OGEN. OGEN, I don't hate OGEN. But if you're asking, oh, is this stock going to spike up towards $1 plus today? It had a filing and it said, can we take that filing back? Why is that good of news? So we are looking at the number one and the number two play today without any sort of strong conviction on my end, as this is going to hold and continue to be the number one top gainer of the day. We also know MDCXW. Whenever you see a 5-letter ticker, MDCXW, and the last one's a W, that's a warrant. So again, you actually don't trade these. These are warrants, guys. SFHG, $1 up to 180. Hey, let's check it on out. Is there any sort of news? And I just look at another like Foxrunner tab I bring up over here. So SFHG 1 month ago was the last press release. Nothing I see at that moment. What about SXTP? This one had a little bit of a hard spike, earlier this morning. SXTB had a 13D filing yesterday. So again, I had a 13D filing yesterday. And again, a 13G filing talks about someone bought more than 20% of the company. Now, again, what do you mean by 20% of the company? These are always filed when we are seeing that the public shares, or excuse me, 10%, with the public shares, some company, some entity purchases more than 20% of the company here. So we can actually just go ahead and take a look, go over the search bar, type in again SXTP, right? What we can do, click news. And when we take a little news right here, you can see 13G filing. So again, 13G filing, this is going to show that a company, a person, an entity, an LLC, whoever purchased more than 10% of the company. So we have Mitchell Coppin. He again is getting what? You can see 4.9%. But then we also have Daniel B. Asher. He's also getting 4.9%. Then we also have Intercoastal Capital, LLC. They're getting 4.9%. So basically what we just have right here is the company just sold or is going to be selling around 14.7% of the entire shares available to the public. So again, this stock is getting some good movement. This stock is getting some hype. This stock is getting some action. Why is that? Just because of, again, having about 14% of the company, nearly 15% of the company is getting sold. So investors might say, okay, these shares are getting bought up. Stocks should be able to move up even higher. So team, we're starting to get a little bit more into the depths here with stocks that are only up 20%, stocks that are only up 22%, stocks that are only up 30%. KTTA, let's see if it does bounce off that candle to candle transition. Remember guys, yesterday I was able to make $800 trading. And one of my best trades, I made 2 trades yesterday, but one of my trades was again saying to ourselves, hey, let's look for the candle to candle transition. That's where we can make the most amount of money. This is a strategy I use a lot. I'm not going to do it right now. I'm not doing it right now because I don't like KTTA. But a lot of times what I'm always looking for is we have one large candle, one large spike. You can see we have another very large spike right here. So here's our second very large spike. Now, what do you realize? You realize that we spiked up, we got a little hiccup, we got a drop, we got our next leg. That little hiccup, that little transition from candle to candle, one green candle to the other green candle, holds usually as a support line. So again, let's go ahead and put this right around that 362, 363 mark, 361, whatever you want to put it as. Notice that's usually where we start seeing a dip buy and bounce play. It's the same exact thing that I did yesterday. Yesterday, guys, we traded over, I believe it was ACON, right? When we started getting ourselves involved in ACON, I looked for the candle to candle transition. And this was the same exact idea. We saw a spike over in pre-market. And when we saw the spike over in pre-market, here is one candle right here, right? We get the little hiccup, as we know, right here where we go from candle to candle. So here's the second candle of the next big breakout. And then where was all of the support? I, again, jumped in on this play, as you guys know, yesterday, 8:30. Stock went on a very big spike, came back on down. I got filled at 8:30. The stock spiked all the way back up towards 9.20. Went on a nice dollar spike. Came back on down, spiked all the way up towards 9.50. Came back on down, spiked all the way up towards $11. Notice again, at the candle to candle transition, usually was the best dip buy. Just like when we take a look over on KTTA right now. KTTA right now, let's see how low this is going to go. See if it's going to start getting its bounce areas right around this 360 mark. We already had one little green candle, but let's see if it gets it. Now again, I am not getting involved in this play. I am not in on this play. I don't like KTTA's news, right? I want to see more of a reason to want to jump in, but I could still probably bet you are going to see some sort of consolidation right on KTTA in the 360s, at the 370s, maybe again a bounce back up towards around $4. This does not mean you're going to go sky high, but it's going to be a good dip buy opportunity, especially if you had better news, especially if you had a bigger spike, especially if you had whatever. You can definitely be able to count on this area to be able to make you some money. So here comes another green candle, as again, we are getting near that candle to candle transition where people are saying to themselves, okay, hey, I know this is a great dip buy. I know this is a great dip opportunity. I know this is a great opportunity for me to make some cash. So, want to be watching, see what we have here. Jay Snagel said, Deck, these are my total profits on NVIDIA since September. Let's see here. My total profits on NVIDIA since September, 49,622. Whew, great job. Great job. Great work. Great job. Great work for everyone. Now, traders, we also got to talk about a few other things. And also, before I even go any farther, guys, I always got to say it. Smash that thumbs up on YouTube right now. We have over 260 people over on YouTube, and we currently have 36 people who hit the thumbs on up. Guys, let me know right now. Smash that thumbs on up. Drop a comment in the chat room. Hit me with a good old Dekmar trades. Ah! Woo! I want to see the energy get turned up here a little bit today. Notice what we have. KTTA getting a little bit of a dip buy. Notice again KTTA getting a little bit of a bounce play. Deck, how did you know that bounce play was going to be coming on in? We already know. Bounce plays coming on in. Buying volume's coming on in. Hype's coming on in. We're starting to see, again, some good action over on the stock over on KTTA. So, again, love it, guys. Love seeing everyone. Turn it up. Turn it up, traders over on Tradecaster. Turn it up over everyone over on YouTube today. Let's go. Let's get it. So, we also need to talk about what? We also need to talk about at this time AMD. AMD traders. What in the world happened over on this stock? What in the world happened on AMD yesterday? Because AMD traders, if you guys do not know, it's a little bit crazy. AMD had one of its best earnings ever. It broke revenue records. It was able to bring in massive profits, billions of dollars in profit, and it came crashing on down. Let's see what we have. Traders, look at this. If we go over to news alerts here, let's go over to AMD, and let's just see what we have, right? We could see AMD. It says AMD beats earnings, but gets beat down. AMD crashes after record earnings. AMD reported better than expected revenue and profit on Tuesday. Data center sales nearly doubled in 2024, but still fell short of estimates. The stock fell in extended trading hours. So we can see AMD reported its fourth quarter earnings February 4th with the following key points. Earnings per share, 109, beating again 108. Revenue, 7.6, which again beats 7.5. Despite beating both EPS and revenue expectations, AMD stock fell on after hours. Here are the reasons on why it may have fallen. Data center revenue did come up short. Market sentiment. It seems like everyone... Well, guys, what's the market sentiment? Market sentiment is basically everyone that says, hey, this stock is advanced money destroyer. Hey, this stock is never going to actually make people profits. Hey, this stock is, again, going to hurt people over and over and over again. So the thing is, I do want you guys to realize that it's like, it doesn't have a lot of great... Like, it doesn't have a great name behind it right now. When you think of AMD... AMD is a stock that's been falling for the last 2 years that I was in on. Again, I pulled the trigger on it. And if you're asking why, Deck, why did you pull the trigger over on this play? Because I was saying to myself, we're going to have a great earnings. We're going to have a great report. We're going to beat profits. These are all things that I did research on, that I was expecting better than expected revenue, that I was expecting that we were going to beat profit, that expecting that we were going to have record revenues. But even with record revenues, the stock fell. Even with record profits, the stock fell just because it missed slightly over on, again, its data center revenue. So it says the stock's reaction could be influenced by a broader market dynamics. Maybe, again, like people are basically trying to figure out why did this dump so hard, even with record revenues, even with record profits. We know, again, that we had our data center revenue slightly slide. But this was the earnings report they came out with. You guys ready for this? Let's read this here. The earnings report that they came out with stated that they said let's go here. It said in 2024, this was a transformative year for AMD. We delivered record annual revenue. We had strong earnings growth. Data segment annual revenue nearly doubled. But the thing is, it just didn't double enough. We close off 2024 with a strong fourth quarter, delivering record revenue up 24% year over year, accelerated earnings. I mean, there's not much more AMD can do. But guess what happened? AMD had a spike on up to 126 and dumped all the way on down towards brand new lows. Now, this brings us to the point of what? This brings us to the point where we are asking ourselves, when or where or how or who or whatever, when are we actually going to see AMD bounce? So traders, I posted this yesterday in chat. I posted this yesterday for everyone to see. I was in on AMD at what price? I was in on AMD at the price of 123. I bought shares. I didn't buy options. I bought shares. I got out last night. I got out of this play, guys. I cut my loss. I said, I'm over the stock. AMD, I'm cutting it out. I'm in at 123 with $11,000. I left with a $1,000 loss. So I left, guys, with about an 8% loss over on AMD last night. And really what it came on down to is I had this question a lot. People said, Deck, I thought you said AMD was a long-term investment. And the answer is yes, if it was working out. If AMD went to 120, went up to 130, went up to 131, I had zero intentions of selling. If AMD again spikes on up towards that 128 mark, I'm not selling. If again it's slowly uptrending, I'm not selling. If AMD is again working itself on up, I'm not selling. But that doesn't mean just because that I think that's an awful thing to say. If you say, oh, I'm a long-term holder, I'm going to be a long-term on this play. Okay, well then hold long-term. Not if the stock's not working out. People are shocked. They're like, Dek, you said it's a long-term play. Yeah, it's fading and falling and dropping. So you just want me to turn into a bag holder? So you just want me to, again, just continue to hold this play and keep losing and losing and losing, and then all of a sudden I say, hey guys, I'm down $8,000? No, I'm down $1,000. I'm down a very small portion of my account. Dek, I'm down 8% on this actual investment. Why am I going to wait until I'm down 10%, 15%, 20%, 30%? I gave AMD a chance. And when AMD starts bouncing and when it starts moving itself back on up, you know what? I can maybe jump back in on this play. But just because when I say I'm a long-term investor means again, oh, I'm just going to hold it and keep holding and losing and losing and losing. No, that's bag holding. Have a game plan. My game plan was to get filled at 123 and wait to see this earnings come on out and pop on up. Guess what? The earnings was good, but the stock reaction wasn't. And it's going even lower. And we could see this thing to 100. We could see this thing in the 90s. Why do I want to hold through that? Well, Dek, you said it's a long-term investment. Long-term investments are great when they're working in your favor. But if a long-term investment is not working in your favor, you have to get out and move on. Same exact thing with all of my plays, guys. Right? I have, again, earnings coming up over on NVT. I have earnings coming on up over on BWXT. I have earnings coming up on every single one of these stocks. Unfortunately, if these plays do not go on big drips and runs, guess what? I'm going to cut out of them and keep my losses as tight as possible. When I say long-term investing on stocks that are running, stocks that are doing well, stocks that, again, are making me money. Why am I long-term investing on stocks that are making me lose, right? You got to be able to understand that. So traders, this was actually something that I wanted to put out there, okay? Something that I wanted to be very transparent about. And the reason why I wanted to put this out here is because I want everyone to understand that I'm in a little bit of a pickle right now. I really am. I really am in a little bit of a pickle. And I want to read why and how I'm in a little bit of a pickle. Because I think transparency is the most important. So as you guys know, right, let me again post this right here so that you guys can follow along. As you guys know, I put out my picks. I put out all my picks for 2025. But right now, I'm in a little bit of a pickle on do I want to continue to hold these picks for 2025, depending on what comes out in the future, because something happened that definitely has me completely overthinking these picks here. So let's see what we have. Let's read this together. It says, I'm going to write a post for everyone on my current thoughts on my long-term plays. My goal is so that everyone who follows me has full transparency and becomes a better investor, a better trader. So going into 2025, let's take a step back into December here. Going into December, the end of 2024 into 2025, I have been talking about how big AI has been. AI. And we want to surround ourselves with AI for long-term investments. Can you blame me for that? Not at all. The last 2 years, it's been an AI frenzy. Now, I was one of the first people to say that AI is most likely going to shift. Shift as in go towards the next stage. Go to the next stage if that's working on software. Go on the next stage if that's working on energy supply. Go on the next stage on looking for data centers. Go on the next stage that's looking for cybersecurity. Go to the next stage on looking for whatever, right? There's many ways to invest in AI and what's going to be happening next with AI. But the big thing hurt these a lot. Now, what's the big thing? The big thing was when DeepSeek came out. DeepSeek, as we know, came out 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, DeepSeek came on out that stated China has made DeepSeek for only $6 million. We have a different AI platform, a different AI code, a different LLM that is basically saying you spent billions of dollars on your AI, United States. We spent $6 million. You used tons of energy and electricity and nuclear and data centers. We didn't use any of that. So basically, this put a big pause in the AI world. When we saw that some other country, especially China, came out with AI, which was with old chips, and it was just as good as ours, and it was with less energy. So why are we again having this energy fear? Because the big thing that we need to understand here is, do I think AI is going to stick around now? Absolutely. But it just may take a little bit longer than what we expected, right? So basically, when we have this DeepSeek saying that, all right, hey, we could do this with $6 million, right? At the current time, my research pointed that chips were going to be in high demand, right? Chips in 2025 are supposed to be in high demand. Well, again, DeepSeek was just able to build a product with older chips. So do we really need all these brand new chips? Energy was going to be in high demand. Guys, the grid, we weren't going to be able to power the AI enough. Well, again, DeepSeek is getting powered by less energy than what we thought. Data centers were going to be in high demand. All things that were true then are true now, but it just may take way longer than expected. So the main issue that DeepSeek has brought on in is that NVIDIA chips, or the new ones, are not as needed. We do not need as much energy in nuclear as we thought. In 2025, as you guys know, I devoted $75,000 into AI chips, nuclear, data center cooling, water for electricity with AI. While I still absolutely love the future for AI, the DeepSeek news of showing it as good as old chips with less energy does have me second guess my investments. So, as of now, I put in $75,000 into, again, all different AI plays. Chips, hardware, program, data centers, nuclear. You guys all know that. But ever since that, again, data has come on out. Since, again, DeepSeek, it, again, has been kind of making me think, ooh, should I continue to keep on holding? Let's take a look over on it and let me show you what I mean. 60-minute time frame here. BWXT, this is a stock that has to do with nuclear. Stock went from 130, crashed on down towards 110. Take a look over on NVT, stock that has to do with data centers. Stock went from, again, $78 down towards, again, $62, right? What else do we have here? CNM, cooling data centers. Not that big of a drop, but went from, again, $58 back on down towards $54. We know, again, since NVIDIA, crashing. NVIDIA went from 150, crashed all the way on down towards around 112, right? We have seen VST, Nancy Pelosi's play about cooling data centers. Stock went from, again, 200 all the way down towards 133. So the thing is, I just want to give you guys my honest thoughts at this moment, because I don't want to leave you guys out in the dry. I don't want to leave you guys out in the dust. I don't want you guys to be confused and saying, oh, no, I'm going to keep holding forever. The big thing that's weighing on me at this moment is we need to see a press release. We need to see something on CNBC that says China has lied about all of its pricing. Lied that it doesn't take $6 million. Lied that it's less energy. Lied that, again, they don't need data centers. Lied that they need all this. So the thing is, that has been the biggest bummer so far in our AI investments is, again, getting involved in these plays. On, again, VST for this nice run-up. For, again, BWXT on this absolutely beautiful run-up. On, again, NVT on this very nice run-up right here. And then, obviously, 2, 3, 4 weeks later, random DeepSeek news comes on out that no one could predict, but now, again, has been hurting these plays. So at this moment, with my $75,000 account, I'm currently down $4,000. Now, again, some people might say, Dek, you're crying on the smallest little violin. I don't care. You have $75,000 in your account. You're down $4,000. Who cares? That's so little. I get that, and I understand that. But what I'm trying to say out here for every single one of you guys is I want you guys to realize that I'm going to hold these plays through their earnings. But if their earnings most likely are not good, and we are seeing weakness, and we're still seeing fading, we're still seeing falling, we're still seeing dropping, guess what? I'm not going to continue to hold. I'm not going to continue to hold them when, again, my biggest fear about AI is, again, starting to happen here. So I want to play stocks that are in high demand. I want to play, again, companies and businesses that are going to get other hundreds and thousands of other companies and businesses wanting them. But if we have just been hyping up AI for the last 2.5, 3 years, and now, again, we have, all right, hey, they did it for this amount, and we don't bounce back on up the way we want, I am not just going to be a long-term bag holder. People say, oh, hold plays long-term. That's great, but not a long-term bag holder if things do not work on out. So I am in on all my plays still. I'm still holding every single stock that I've talked about and gone over in detail, but I do want to let you guys know where my concerns are currently at. I do want you guys to know why, again, I want to go over this, why I got out of AMD, why, again, I might get out of some other plays as well. I, again, would rather do this. Would you rather, again, cut out and take a little scratch on your arm, take a little scratch, or would you rather just keep on holding until a samurai sword cuts you in half? Take a little scratch if you need to. But the thing is, we don't want to get out of one play just because we get a little spooked I'm still willing to hold. I'm still going to be holding on to these plays, but I do want to start seeing some movement towards the upside. I don't want this deep seek news to loom for the next 1, 2, 3, 4 months. I want to see, again, some true AI need. And again, being able to see data centers, being able to see chips, being able to see energy supplies, seeing everything over in this market. Sound good? Makes sense? All right, let's get back to, our press release wave. Let's get back to our PR wave for, again, 7:30. So traders, let's see what we got. 7:30 coming on up. Make sure you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. Get ready to pull the trigger if we see anything big at 7:30 here. Let's do it, baby. 7:30, going to be an awesome day. Going to be a big time. Going to be a big opportunity for us. I don't think we have any news just yet. We have one press release so far. One press release so far here, traders. OGEN still the #1 top dog. Stock again is starting to fade and fall though, as we know. KTTA basically has been fading ever since. Notice the only dip buy though. Where was the only dip buy? The only dip buy was at 360. So I will say the only green candles on this play was 360. But Dek, why didn't you pull the trigger there? Again, the news is kind of hot garbage. Hey guys, we went over a safety review today. Do you wear a seatbelt and a hard hat? Make sure you cut the crust off your bread. It's like, again, a safety review is nothing. Like, that stock shouldn't probably have spiked in the first place to begin with. So the thing is, traders, we are still waiting for, again, that 7:30 a.m. press release. We want to see what's going to be happening next here. Watching and waiting to see what we got in the video. A little bit of a bounce play back on up. OGEN, come on now. Let's get a hot PR here. Let's get a hot PR here today. Still watching. Dek, is there an affiliate link for Fox Runner for you? Just click right here, and again, you will get a 30-day pass. I know you can't click it on YouTube. It's okay. Just go to foxrunner.com and you'll be able to get the same exact thing that I have. So traders, let's see what we have here. Come on now. Come on. Let's get a hot press release. So far, we only have one press release at 7:30. There's been, right there, guys. Let me go over it. One press release. One. 7:30. That's it. We want to see something else. I'm going to get rid of the word results as well, guys. Because a lot of times I like to look for positive results. But right now in earnings season, you're just getting a lot of earnings results. So I'm actually going to turn off the word results here. Because you know what? I only want to get highlighted the best of the best. Don't you guys? I want to get highlighted like the best of the best. I'm also going to change the word phase here. Phase, I don't like really the gray color. Kind of sits in a little bit too much. I'm going to go with, again, like phase. So again, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. I'm going to make that a different color. I don't want to do yellow. Let's do see this turquoise color a little bit. Maybe pink? No, let's do pink. I like pink. Actually, no. We're going to go with this blue. Okay, we're going to go that blue. All right, phase, blue. And what do we what's a good emoji for phase? Phase. I'm just going to put this little ghost here. Phase. There it is. There we go. So now again, anything that it comes out with the word phase in it, it'll show up in blue with a little bit of a ghost here. All right, fine. I like it. So again, phase, little blue with the little ghost right here, so we know it's phase. So I can really read this whole entire press release. It's cool, guys. I can read this press release without even looking at it. Smiley face means positive, pill means treatment or cancer, and then again, little ghost that's in blue is going to mean phase. So I know again there is going to be positive, safety, or positive cancer results with phase. So a lot of times the emojis just make it very simple and very easy to be able to pull the trigger instantaneously. So right now, traders, I don't think we have anything at 7:30. Nothing too much at 7:30 at this moment. Again, we'll be highlighted all the best of the best. A little bit low on news right now at 7:30, though, or just in general. I hope this thing picks on up at 8 o'clock. Daddy's ready to trade. Daddy is ready to pull the trigger. Daddy wants to get after it today. I want to just go. I'm ready to get after it here today. Guys, someone take a wild guess. Take a wild guess. What time do you think I woke up this morning? Take one guess. 3:37 a.m. 3:37 a.m. You know why? Went on a nice 4-mile jog this morning. Nothing crazy, nothing wild. No, guys, please. Don't applaud me. You don't have to. No, guys, stop. You don't got to say I'm great. I get it. Woke up at around 3:37. Had a banana. Had to get an Enrique, whip up a couple scrambled eggs. Just get my body going. Nice and early in the morning. Went on a nice about 4-mile jog around my neighborhood. Again, waving at a couple neighbors. I know, again, a lot of the kids like to line up on the road and, clap as I run by. I get it. But at the same time, I'm back here now. Feeling great. Jumped in the shower. Jumped in the sauna. Jumped in the steam room. Enrique, again, warmed me up some more scrambled eggs. Walked into the office. Saw Claire. Claire sitting on down. Absolutely beautiful today. She's looking fantastic. High heels. All right, we got a new dress code around here. And now, sitting back on down. Ready to rock and roll on this day. Ready to get after it. Sometimes it's just about that mindset, right? Sometimes it's just about that mindset. Being able to do things that you know are going to be a little bit difficult just so you have that little self-appreciation that you did them. That's all it is sometimes. Do you guys, let me ask you guys, do you guys think it's fun that I run 4 miles in less than 15 minutes? Do you guys think it's fun that I can bench 375 pounds with 15 reps? Do you guys think it's fun that, again, I can do all these things? No, I do them because, again, they're hard. Man, and the most beautiful thing, guys, about knowing that you are so much more athletic than 99% of the people out there is just truly being humble about it. That's it. And knowing, again, that you don't have to brag about it. That's why I think I'm so great, because I'm so humble. That's why I think I'm so perfect, because I am just, a person that is willing to let you guys know that you guys are in a very close second. That's all. I think a great attitude goes with a great mindset. Let's have a great day ahead, people. Let's have a great day ahead, people. Let's do it. Dek, you're a little much this morning. Yeah, you know what? Because we gotta have some trades going. That's why. We gotta have some trades going. I'm ready to go. You can't put a dog in a crate and let him stay there. Arf, arf, arf. Let me out. Arf. Right now, OGN. Let's see what we have. Let's go over to CNBC, guys. Dek, this is what happens when press releases are slow. So, what we have, is anyone's dog right now staring at their computer screen saying, what the heck was that? It says, Disney tops quarterly profit estimates. Stock futures fall as Google and AMD drop after earnings. Uber beats its fourth quarter revenue expectations, but offers soft guidance. Let's see how Uber did this morning. Uber right now. Uber $70, back on down to $64, working its way back up to $66. Homebuyer mortgage demand drops farther, a troubling sign for the spring market. Let's read into the housing market a little bit. So it says homebuyer mortgage demand drops further, a troubling sign for the spring market. Mortgage applications to purchase a home last week dropped 4% compared to the previous week. The average contract interest rate for a 30-year fixed mortgage with conforming loan balances, $766,000, $550,000 or less, decreased to 6.97% from 7.02. Home buyers are seeing very little reason to get a jump on all the important spring housing market. Even with more listings coming up for sale, mortgage rates haven't moved much in the last few weeks, and home prices continue to rise. Mortgage applications to purchase a home last week dropped 4% compared with the previous week, according with the Mortgage Banker Association. Seasonally adjusted index demand was flat compared with the same week a year ago. The average loan size for a purchase loan has increased since the start of the year and continued the trend last week with the weaker government purchase activity. The average contract on an interest rate 30-year fixed mortgage rate was confirming loan balance, a decrease to 6.9% from 7%. So, traders, we are again still watching, waiting. We'll see what happens with the home market. Basically, again, the way the home market works is if you have a house right now, you're still sitting pretty. If you have a house right now, home prices have been moving on up. If you don't have a home right now, obviously, I know it's a very big struggle. I will say, I remember back in 2020, my one friend was like, hey, home prices can't stay like this forever. 2021, I'll buy a house. 2021 came on up. He said, all right, this is just getting a little bit crazy. Bubble's going to pop. 2022 came on up. 2023, 2024. Guys, the thing is, we're in 2025. Home price. I don't really ever think. I don't ever really think we'll have a bubble pop in the housing market just because there's not enough supply. That's all it is. You know, the thing is, they are way more strict on who they put loans at nowadays, right? Especially after 2008. I'm not saying you're going to have, let's say, bear markets in the housing market. Of course you will. But there's never going to be, I don't think, a bubble popping just because it's impossible when we don't have enough supply to begin with. Are there going to be downturns in the market? Sure. Are there going to be times that things are cheaper than others? Sure. But overall, again, over the housing market has just been what? The housing market has basically been 2021 and then again, 2022, 2023, 2024, and now into 2025. Sure, it's not as crazy as it was in, again, 2021. But the thing is, everything is still just slowly still creeping its way on up. And the thing is, mortgage rates are so high. No one's buying homes. How are they staying up so high? Because no one's also selling homes. So again, there's not as many homes for sale, even though there's, again, not as many buyers. It's just more of like a dry market right now. It's very stale at this time. Not as much happening. Connie, that's just a headline. The market is starting to get hotter. Buyers are buying and things are trending in the right direction. They want people scared. They want tenants. Ooh, there you go. I like it. So again, you're saying, you know, that's just a headline. They're trying to get people scared. Like, I feel like that's the goal. I feel like of these big corporations. Maybe I'm wrong. Again, I'm just spitballing here. But is it wrong that I feel like that's like the goal of like BlackRock and these other things to try to get people to rent? I feel like they're trying to turn like even like getting houses very tough for the average person. You want to actually buy and own a home, you have to go through so much struggle. You have to go through so much. You have to go through these high interest rates. You got to go through these loans. You got to go through high mortgage. You have to go through insurance. You have to go through this. I feel like, again, like so many people now are just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to rent. You know what? I don't have, again, $500,000, $700,000. I'm just going to rent. And again, you pull the trigger, you rent, and that, bada boom, that's it. Right? I feel like a lot of people like my age, 30, 28, 27, 25, even like 35 are just like, you know what? I'm just renting. I'll just rent forever. And I feel like that's like what BlackRock wants. I feel like that's what these big corporations want. Like Zillow wants to be able to do what? To, you know, kind of like store up all these homes, buy all the homes. So let's see what we have here, traders, OGEN. But if you guys, again, do have a home, shout out to you. And if you guys are renting, shout out to you. Whatever's helping you guys live, whatever helps you guys, you know, have that happiness. That's all it is. Zach letting us know NVIDIA getting a nice little dip buy back on up. You know, I think about this. NVIDIA, is this the lowest point it's going to go? You know, that 113 mark. It is pretty crazy to think that NVIDIA 2 days ago, right on Monday, you were getting NVIDIA at the same price people are purchasing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months ago. When you think of NVIDIA, you think of just the stock that just goes higher and higher and higher and higher. But for the last 10 months, NVIDIA's been pretty stagnant. Isn't that kind of crazy to be thinking about, guys? The last 10 months, NVIDIA really hasn't done too much. Right? When you take a look over on, let's say, a weekly chart, NVIDIA just has been right in this little area. Now, obviously, when you take a look at a monthly chart, NVIDIA looks ridiculous, doesn't it? NVIDIA has just been spiked all of 2023, spiked of all 2024. But now, again, in 2025, NVIDIA has gone from 150 all the way back on down towards around 112. And now, again, your people are purchasing it at the same exact prices they were buying it back in May. Is there going to be a chance that this is going to fall even lower? Is there a chance that NVIDIA could drop? Is there a chance that NVIDIA is going to get weaker? No, regardless. Dek, where would you pull the trigger 100% on NVIDIA? I would say 100%, like pull it and don't even worry about it would probably be like sub 90. Now, again, there might be people here that says, Dek, that'll never happen. Sure, I have no idea. But I'm saying if that ever did happen, where we start seeing like 91, 89, 87, I would say pull the trigger and just forget about it the rest of your life. Take money that, again, you know that's going to be invested, put it in on NVIDIA and just walk away forever, right? That would be the best thing that you can do. Getting NVIDIA after a monster pullback, That's great because NVIDIA is going to be around forever. NVIDIA is going to be sticking around forever with these chips, with this technology, with everything right here. But if you could ever get a pullback like sub $90 over on NVIDIA, if let's say we ever did get another crash, we ever get another pullback, we ever get whatever, you guys are definitely going to be able to see a great return on that in time. Let's see what we have today over on the S&P 500 morning squawk here, baby. So what do we have here? Moving up and down again. Markets moved higher on Tuesday as traders tried to look past Donald Trump's latest tariff shakeup. The NASDAQ Composite and S&P 500 saw gains thanks to Palantir shares, which rose 24% after a strong earnings report. The tech-heavy NASDAQ leaped 1.35% for the day, while the S&P 500 rose 0.72% on the day. But stock futures were lower on Wednesday after Google and AMD earnings. So we know again Google fell last night. We know AMD fell last night. We see Uber falling this morning. Disney beat, right? So the traders, basically what we have here, if you are wondering at this time and saying, Dek, what is going on? Like, if we want to think about this in the very easiest fashion, saying, why are we seeing fades? Why are we seeing drops? Why are we seeing weakness? What has happened in 2024 so far? In 2025? Because so far, 2025 has been a little bit of a disaster. If you like it or not, 2025 has been a little bit of a disaster. We have already seen NVIDIA go all the way from around the price of 150 and start crashing all the way back on down towards around 114. We have seen AMD go all the way from the price of 130, start crashing all the way on down towards 108. We are seeing Google have a spike to 206 and now dump all the way down towards 191. Why are we seeing AI plays fall? Why are we seeing the market get shaken on up? Why are we seeing dropping and fading and pullbacks? Well, there's really two big reasons. And these two big reasons, for anyone who does not know, is going to be number one, we've actually already talked about this one, but DeepSeek. DeepSeek has killed a lot of AI momentum. I am not saying it's killed AI. Please understand the difference. I'm saying DeepSeek has killed AI momentum. Now, again, when I say momentum, I'm referring to the fact that the last 2 years, no matter what you did with AI, no matter what they put out with AI, even if, again, NVIDIA said our products stink, NVIDIA, that's a buying opportunity. It's going on up. But with DeepSeek coming out with that news saying we built it for $6 million, less energy used, less data centers, less profit, less whatever, guess what? It's killed a lot of AI momentum. Number two, what's been the big scare, the big issue, has been, again, tariffs. So basically what we have had so far is we've had DeepSeek hurt a lot of AI stocks, which brought them on down, which brought down the market. And then we've also had, again, tariffs, which, again, have brought down the market as well. So we've had so far in 2025, two major events that have been kicking off this year on a very weak note. We are about 32, 33 days into the year. We already have NVIDIA down nearly 15%. S&P 500 is down less than 1%. We haven't gotten that nice bull run yet in 2025. 2025 is starting off slow. 2025, we got to see if we get something a little bit better, something a little bit more crazy coming on up here. S&P 500, let's see what we get. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, oh, baby. Oh, baby. Baby, oh, baby. Mellow, good morning, squad. Good morning. Traders, as you guys know, just a little heads on up, we are exactly 7 days away. 7 days away from the 2025 Small Account Challenge. Traders, we are getting ourselves ready to rock and roll. We are 7 days away from the 2025 Small Account Challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, what are we doing here? We are going back on down towards a $5,000 account. $5,000, that's all it is. As we know, in December, we turned $5,000 into $14,100. Every single trade was alerted. Every single trade was live. Every single P&L was shown. Everything was live on TradeCaster. $5,000 to $14,000. Our goal this year, as we know, is we want to go to 5,000, and we ain't stopping until we get above the PDT rule. We are not stopping until we cross 25K. My goal for this to be continued a success is I want everyone to get above the PDT rule. Now, obviously, I cannot control your actions and your thoughts and what you do on your free time. So I'm going to say I want to have about 90% of the chat room, 90% of the thousands of people over here to be able to get above the PDT rule. Team, this is what I want. We have done countless small account challenges. For the last 10 years, I've done small account challenges. And I'll be honest, I have lost 2 of them. 2 of them, I did not complete my goal. 2 of them, I did not do what I wanted to do. But again, when I will say there was a common theme with those 2 that I did not accomplish. Those common themes were when people say, hey, Dek, do a small account challenge with a random strategy that I did not know. It was either, again, do a small account challenge by only doing option trades. Do a small account challenge by only doing swing trades. Do a small account challenge by only doing long-term. Do a small, whatever. Traders, I have on my end, when we do the strategy that I know, the strategy that I do every day, hot press releases, dip buys, and shorts, we have a 100% win rate on growing the small account. 100% win rate on growing the small account when we're going off hot press releases, when we're looking off shorting, and we're looking off dip buying. But if you say, oh, Dek, do options, do Forex, do futures, do this, do that, then it's probably not going to be a 100% win rate. So the thing is, traders, I know a lot of people joined us for the small account challenge last year, and we turned $5,000 to $14,100. But a lot of people, again, just were watching, wanting to learn, wanted to see the proof, wanted to see that I was actually real. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, hey, Dek, I'm joining you on this one. Again, I'm not missing out on it. I already have the FOMO that I missed out on the last one. So this one, traders, next Wednesday, $5,000 account, going to $25,000. We're not stopping until we get up to $25,000. So we want to make sure that we're all set, ready to rock and roll. Don't worry as well, guys. We are going to start putting out discounts over on TradeCaster for every person that wants to join. So we are going to be putting out 20% discounts for every single person that wants to join. If that's on YouTube, if that's on Discord, if that's on Twitter, if that's on StockTwits. But again, we are only doing it on TradeCaster. This is the final, again, final stretch that I'm going live on YouTube, because after, again, we start off the small account challenge. That's for members only. People that truly show me they want to be here. People that truly show me that they show up every single day. People that truly, again, are ready to change their accounts. So let's, again, do what we do best, guys. I'm pumped. I'm ready to go. I'm excited for this one. I'm really excited for this one. So right now, traders, we want to make sure that we're all good. Allison saying, while you're doing your small account challenge, how do your trades usually work? You trade 500 shares a trade. Is this the same while we're doing small account challenges? Do you have a different method? No, again, most of the time, I'm always trading nearly my whole entire account, or let's say half of the account, depending on how good the news is, or how good the spike is, or how good the press release is. My goal is to just make good, profitable trades and let them add on up. So I'm not doing anything different strategy-wise. I'm looking to get in first on a hot press release. If I'm in on first, I make a lot of money. If I'm not in first, I could look for a possible short if I'm on a margin account. And again, if I'm, let's say, missed the short, I could look for a dip buy. You guys can realize there are 3 major areas that you guys can pull the trigger and be able to make money. Do you guys not realize that? Number 1, where are the different areas that you guys can pull the trigger and make money? This is the crazy thing, because so many people lose in the stock market. So many people every single day get crushed in the stock market, and you don't have to. Remember the 3 main parts of a trade. 3 main parts of a trade. You are going to have the initial spike. What happens on the initial spike? Well, this is going to be from a hot press release. Something I teach you every day, how to find the hottest press release so that you can go ahead and enter right when the hot press release starts. Be able to make all this money. Number 2 is after the stock goes on a 90, 100% spike, you can always see a reversal that happens right back on down. As this reversal happens on down, you can go ahead and look for a shorting entry. Make money as this entire stock fades and falls. Or number 3, guess what you can do? You could always look for that dip buy and bounce play, where you can enter at support and be able to make money right here. If you do not realize, start thinking about stocks just like this, because this is a very popular pattern. Spike on up, pull on back, bounce back up towards the high of the day. We see this happen nearly every single day. So the thing is, where can you get filled? Can you get filled right when a hot press release drops? Hey, guys, that's what we do every single morning. Okay, I missed that. Do you want to get filled at the very top and look for shorts on down, make money as the stock falls? Okay, great. Or do you want to wait for a dip buy off the number one top gainer for the stock to be able to move back on up? The only issue is, the only way, again, you honestly lose in stock trading is number one, if the stock goes on a very big spike and you try buying up here. You try buying at the top, the stock starts crashing back on down. Stock starts crashing back on down, you start shorting right here. Stock starts shorting again, it starts dip buying back on up. You start buying at the top one more time, the stock starts fading and falling. If you understand the three different main key points to buy, in the beginning, hot press release. Number two, where the short starts. Number three, where the dip buy starts. It kind of breaks it down very easy. And it also maybe even makes you feel a little stupid where you say, Dek, I always buy at the very tippity top. Or Dek, I always short next to the bottom. Or Dek, I always wait for a dip buy and I buy back up near the top. The thing is, you have three major areas that you can be able to profit over and over and over again. Get in early, short the top, or be willing to get in at support. If you can start thinking about those three marks, you are going to have a lot of opportunity for success. Little heads on up, PRZO just came out with the press release. Says PRZO successfully demonstrates an airdrop system with leading defense company. So we do have PRZO with a little bit of hype, just came on out momentarily. We'll see if this stock is going to be able to get any sort of buying volume or any sort of momentum. Stay on high alert over on PRZO. Just came on out. 3-star press release right here. Successfully demonstrates precision airdrop system with leading defense company. Okay. See if again PRZO starts getting a little bit more hype. Just came out at 7:55 a.m. Some traders are focused over on that play right now. I am not in on that stock, but I do want you guys to at least be aware of it. So just little heads on up here, traders. I will show you, of course, my P&L at all times. Not in on that play just yet. But I am watching this one closely. Definitely has opportunity to be able to squeeze and spike. Definitely has opportunity to rip and run. Dek, how high could PRZO get up to? Probably up towards around that 223 mark if this stock does keep on going. I'm not in on that play right now. I'm not in on that play. Little heads on up. Showing you guys this right now. But it definitely has opportunity. Some people are very eager right now to pull the trigger. Why are people eager to pull the trigger this morning? We haven't had a breakout yet. People are eager to pull the trigger. We haven't seen a big spike yet. People are eager to pull the trigger. We haven't seen a big next leg on up yet. So again, PRZO is only up 8%. Break of $2 is a chance it might squeeze up to 225. So again, PRZO, guys, stock is creeping its way on up, trying to get the best momentum it can, trying to see if PRZO is going to be able to make something happen. I am not in on that play, but it is, again, one of the best options as of now, at least. Break of $2 is really what you're looking for over on PRZO. Break of $2 is what you're looking for. We do have the 8 a.m. press release right around the corner here. And we'll see what we get at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. is where I really want to pull the trigger. 8 a.m. is where I really want to get after it. So we do have successfully demonstrates. Let me ask you guys right now. Guys, if I can ask, who here uses Fox Runner? Who here, again, gets involved in Fox Runner, makes their trading, makes their life very easy on finding the best plays every single day? I'll tell you, traders, it is not easy to find, again, the press releases every single morning. But when they literally just stand out to me, says, hey, here's a 3-star press release, successfully demonstrates, I mean, it just makes life easy. It just makes trading easy. I love using scanners that makes my life easier. That's all it is. I love using scanners that make my life easier. Why do I use trade ideas as well? Because again, it shows me what is gapping up the highest. It makes my life simple. So again, if someone asks, Dek, why do you use Fox Runner? Why do you use trade ideas? Why do you use this? Because it makes my life easy. It literally just gives me the answers. Guys, it's already tough enough to be able to trade stocks and be able to pick the right entry and pick the right exit and pick the right move and pick this and recognize the pattern. I don't want to also have to add, let me look through 9,000 different options and try to find the best winner. How about the best winner just gets sent to me and then I can go ahead and be able to figure out, okay, what do I want to do now, right? That's kind of what it more comes on down to. So traders, guys, we want to make sure that we're all set here. Looking to see what comes on up. Let's see what we get at 8 o'clock. Jonah Lunar had some news today that could have dropped some and would be a great dip buying opportunity. Hey, I love space stocks. I really do. Lunar's been a great, solid mover as well. Same exact thing with Rocket Lab. I mean, I've been talking about Rocket Lab for a very, 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 very long time now. I've been talking about Rocket Lab for a very long time. Redwire, very long time. LUNR, very long time. Space stocks have been pretty insane. Space stocks have been pretty wild. Space stocks have been pretty nuts to be seen. Absolutely. So I love space stocks. I have no hate in any way towards space plays. Traders, let's see what we get. All eyes coming on up. 8 a.m. press release. We don't have anything that has spiked so far to steal the show. OGEN only up 72%, moving sideways. KTTA already fading on down, only up 44%. No 100% spiker, no 200% ripper and runner. The floor is open. The dance floor is set. Someone get out there and start dancing. That's what we're looking for right now. We're looking for what stock is going to basically step on up and say, all right, it's time to make some money. That's what we want to look for right here and right now. So can we get anything? Guys, we have first patients enrolled. We have received approval. So we have, we have ANVS. First patients just got enrolled. We do have, ACRV. ACRV does have the word breakthrough. I always like seeing the word breakthrough. Always, again, gets me a little bit excited. ACRV announces FDA has granted breakthrough device designation. All right, so again, we'll keep ACRV on watch, see if that gets any sort of a buying volume. What about APRE? APRE right here announces strategic IPO portfolio evolution in DDR cancer therapeutics. All right, what about this one? Agreed, LFWD. LFWD right here, a little bit of a pop as well. Let me just kind of type out right now. 8 a.m. stocks. 8 a.m. stocks to watch. I would say again, watch INDP. I would say again, watch LFWD. I would say watch TARA. I will say watch ACRV. These are again the plays that I would say 8 a.m. stocks. These are ones that you guys want to be focusing on and watching. So I do want you guys to just, everyone be aware, these are some possible rippers and runners. Let's see if anything kind of steals the show right here. Let's see if anything steals the show. ACRV not doing too much right now. ACRV has too big of a spread. Has a dollar spread, which just makes it, again, kind of impossible to play. We need that spread to kind of get a little smaller here. INDP, no. Come on now. Oh, look at this, guys. ENSC. ENSC talks about, reports continued positive progress. It's again, continued positive progress. So it's like we already know it. So that's the issue right here. ENSC, could it spike? It definitely could spike, but it's a little bit of a scary press release. ENSC comes out with continued positive progress. If it just says it reports positive progress on groundbreaking trials, that's great. But if it says continued positive progress, it means we've already know this. We already had a press release in this manner. Does that make sense, everyone? So I'm not saying ENSC can't spike. It definitely can spike. But this is just going to be continued progress on something that we already know of, which kind of hurts it slightly. But guys, everyone watch ENSC right now. ENSC is probably the play that most people are going to try to run over towards. There's a chance that this could possibly squeeze and spike. So I would say, again, just watch this one. That's probably your best bet at 8 a.m. to maybe get a little bit of momentum, maybe get a little bit of hype. We don't have like that 100% like clarity, right? So there's a chance that this one does not spike just because of the word continued. That's kind of what hurts it slightly here. ENSC had this press release on January 23rd. Thank you for the heads on up. So ENSC had the press release on January 23rd. So it already had this press release. It already had this news. Right now, traders, everything's been fading and falling. All right, PRZO, fading and falling. INDP. Again, not too much there just yet. We have, again, like breakthrough. ACRV. Is that one still creeping? I mean, I like ACRV. It's trying to creep its way on up here slightly. That one, oh, it had one big random candle. One big random candle came right back on down. So a lot of these plays just very quick spikes, then drops right back on down. Look at this. Look at ACRV right now, guys. ACRV dumping all the way back on down, not holding on up. What about ENSC? Is this one going to dump on down? I wonder if ENSC is going to give everything on back here pretty soon. ENSC. Yeah, look at this. ENSC starting to give it all back right here. Nope. Nothing you want right now, traders. So again, we don't even need this. We don't even need this at this time. All of these plays, and it's not like anything's been amazing. You might say, Deck, how are these not amazing? Number one, ENSC already came out with this press release. This press release came out January 23rd. Shout out to, again, the members over on TradeCast to be able to find this. So again, saying the word continued shows that it already, again, came out with this press release. Does that make sense? You might say, all right, Deck, well, why didn't APRE go on a very big spike? ARPE, let's read it, announces strategic portfolio evolution. It's, again, announces a strategic portfolio evolution. Like, that's not positive results. That's not this or that or whatever, right? We are, again, there's no big, massive keyword right there that's making it great. Cancer is a great keyword, but not saying positive cancer results, not saying whatever. I do like ACRV. It says that FDA has granted breakthrough device designation. Now, again, the FDA has granted a breakthrough device designation. What I want to see when I see the word breakthrough is I want to see breakthrough trial results. I want to see we have breakthrough results. We have been working years to accomplish this, and we just, again, accomplished it. So, again, seeing breakthrough from the FDA has granted for the device, it's good. It's just not incredible. A lot of times the breakthrough press releases would be when it says we have breakthrough data, breakthrough results, breakthrough, again, this has never been accomplished. Then what else do we have here? INDP. INDP receives approval. Nothing wrong with receiving approval, just not getting a lot of hype right now. LFWD. LFWD right here does have the word agreement, trying to get a little bit of hype out of LFWD. Let's go ahead and throw that over on LFWD here. Throw that up on the top level too. See if that one starts getting a little bit more momentum and hype. And really, we will see if anything else comes on out here. Nearly all of these plays opened on up, got a quick spike, and then came right back on down. Nearly all of these plays opened on up, got a quick spike, and then came right back on down. Still, KTTA is the winner right now. Still, KTTA is the number one play at this moment. So KTTA still the number one stock, still the number one play, still the number one opportunity at this time. Nothing that's going pretty wild right now. Everything's kind of sitting tight. Everything's relaxing right here. Silverback. Morning, everyone. We have non-farm payroll at 8:15 this morning, then PPMI data at 10 a.m. Thank you for the heads on up right here. So we do have, again, some data coming on out for all traders. A little bit of a heads up for you guys. Thank you, Silverback, for the heads up. What do we have here? We have at 8:15, we have non-farm payroll or employment change coming on up. Then, of course, at 10 a.m., ISM services. We do have a FOMC kind of member speaking later on today. Thank you for the heads up over here, boss. Appreciate you, Silverback. A little bit of that bounce play over on KTTA. Zoolander says, Dex, shorting stocks that pop on old news is probably a good tool for being able to make some easy money. No, I agree. So again, when you see like ENSC, seeing this play basically spike on up on old news, come right back on down. That's all it is right now. Traders, I will say this. I will say what is going to be happening though, right? What is going to be happening is the plain fact that what we have is going to be number one. We want to be taking a look and being aware that, that we don't have any hot press releases just yet. We don't have any sort of hot press releases just yet. We don't have any sort of crazy hot spikes just yet. And that's okay. That's all right. So again, for these crazy hot spikes, for this crazy hot momentum, for this crazy hot action here, you know, it'll come. And the thing is, the pressure is building. More people are getting excited. More people are getting ready. More people want to be able to see these plays go on this massive rip and run here. Zoolander, millions of people are sitting on their hands the moment a hot press release comes on out. We'll see a 100% rip. That's what I think as well. You know, we have all these people on Tradecaster, all these people here, all these people everywhere that are, again, sitting on their hands waiting for one good, solid, hot press release to come on out to go on a monster spike. And you know what? Right when it comes on out, we'll be ready for it. Right when it comes on out, we are going to get ready to pull the trigger on it. So we are all set. Deck, you excited about the Phoenix Waste Open? Hey, I actually forgot that was even happening. It was this weekend. Waste Management Phoenix Open golfing tournament. Guys, this is like one of those golfing tournaments that everyone loves, right? What's that? The big stadium. Big stadium. Basically, all people do is kind of get a little tipsy, get a little crazy, get a little bit wild over here. I wish every hole in golf had this. Imagine if every single hole in golf had a mini stadium around it. That would spice some things on up a little bit. That's a lot of construction, though. It's a lot of construction. But it does make it fun. Next year, guys, you'll see me there. Not there in the stands hitting the ball. I will be hitting the ball in that tournament next year. Next year, I'll probably have my pro card. We're getting close. We're getting close, guys. OGEN, KTTA, SFHG. Nothing at this moment. We are all set, ready to rock and roll. Team, how's Bitcoin looking at this moment? How's the crypto world looking at this moment? When we again take a look over on Bitcoin and the crypto world, let's head on over to CoinMarketCap, see where we're at. We are taking a look here, 7 days. Let's go over the past 1 month. 1 month, we gotten up towards 108,000, little dips here and there towards 93,000. Over the past 1 year, we have seen, let's see, 43,000. Back again 1 year ago, we were at 43,000, and we have just continuously moved and ripped and ran. The thing is, Bitcoin, people always ask me, Deck, what do you think of Bitcoin? Bitcoin's going to keep going on up. It just will. It'll continue to move up over time. Now, will we get big pullbacks? Of course we will. But Bitcoin will move on up. That's what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin essentially is just like another way to invest into the S&P 500. Now, Bitcoin is going to have bigger returns. It's also going to have bigger losses. But really, all the Bitcoin does at this point is just follow what the S&P 500 does. This has been like the issue, right? As I've talked about before, is that people say, oh, I love crypto. Crypto's the best. Crypto's the best. The S&P 500 moves on up. Guess what? Bitcoin moves on up. The S&P 500 gets a very big drop. Guess what? Bitcoin gets a very big on drop, right? It's like they basically have just been moving together in that manner, especially because Bitcoin is so big. Now, the issue is, though, that when Bitcoin starts spiking on up, usually we see random meme coins and other plays move on up, which is the same exact thing with penny stocks, where, again, you get penny stocks ripping and running and spiking on up as well, when, again, we see the S&P 500 start moving itself on up. So it's really just like another way to trade. Imagine, again, over in the crypto world, we have the S&P 500, and then over here we have Bitcoin. And in our line of work, we have, again, small caps, caps that are going to be $10 and below. And over here, you're just going to have, what they would say market caps instead of float, which will be 10 million and below. So the thing is, it's almost like the Bitcoin is just like the S&P 500 of the crypto world. And when Bitcoin is up, usually all these other plays can go on very big spikes, rips, and runs. It's a very simple and easy way to think about it. Now, the big money is saying, Deck, where is something going to take over? So basically, where's the big money at? Well, you could think XRP is almost like NVIDIA, or Solana is like a NVIDIA. You want to try to figure out what's the next NVIDIA type of move, right? When you take a look at, let's say, Solana went all the way from $18 and is now, again, all the way up towards $205. That's a very nice move, $18 to $205. You could take a look over on, let's say, XRP. XRP went from 50 cents, spiked all the way up towards, again, $3.20. The thing that people bring up a lot, that is good and bad, is, people go crazy when we see a stock go from 30 cents to, again, $3. Don't you guys agree? People go nuts when they say how great Solana is. When Solana goes from, again, 30 cents all the way up towards, again, $3. Or, again, we see this play. This play goes from $20 up to $250. We see these type of moves a lot in the small cap world as well, right? I mean, if we want to compare Solana, what would you compare Solana to? Solana, I would compare it to Palantir almost. Palantir, again, this is a play as well that went all the way from $20 and is now sitting all the way up towards $100. right? Nearly every single day we get crazy spikes and rips and runs. Even if that's like ACON from yesterday, right? ACON from yesterday, we went from $6 and spiked all the way up to $11. So again, the crypto world, and again, what we do on these more micro cap plays, these smaller cap plays, are almost the same exact thing. Obviously, they're going to run for different reasons. Why do I do what I do? Because it's predictable with the news. The news comes on out, you jump on in. But again, crypto is another way that people do it. For me, it's a little bit more risky. Why? Because again, crypto, I'm just like, I don't know. It's basically more momentum. Create a project, get rug pull, less regulation. Oh, are these guys good? No, this is the best coin. This is the best coin. I mean, you could say the same thing though. Oh, is this the best stock? Is this the best stock? There's research you have to do, and it's different types of research. People say read the white paper, see what the team is, the development. Penny stocks are going to be what's the hot press release, what's the float, what's the volume. All things that we have to be seeing here coming on up. 8:15 a.m. in the morning here, traders. Want to see what we got ourselves involved in? Oh yeah, also this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, this weekend, we got again the Super Bowl party, don't we? Traders, this weekend, everyone, we have another very awful Super Bowl ahead of us. Another Super Bowl of just watching the Chiefs, watching again Travis Kelce. They randomly go to Taylor Swift, and then we got Patrick Mahomes' brother doing some weird dance on the sideline. I just want the madness to end. That's it. I'm not even a huge Eagles fan in any sort of way, but I gotta root for the Eagles. Gotta root for the Eagles. So guys, I want to make sure everyone is all set, ready to rock and roll. Want to make sure that you guys are all good, back, ready to get after it. I will say, guys, keep your eyes peeled during the third quarter, third commercial, after a third down, because I took out a loan for $3 million, and there will be a 30-second TradeCaster commercial. And if you want, again, know what that commercial is, so you guys don't miss it. It's going to be me, with nothing but white walls around me and a bottle of baby oil. And it's just going to say join tradecaster.com for 30 seconds straight. Close your eyes. Imagine that. Sign on up. $3 million, guys. Get ready to rock and roll. Get ready to get after it. It's going to be one wild commercial. You can say, oh, I trade with that guy every day. Say, that's the guy you trade with? See what's going to be happening here. Guys, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Oh, man. This is what we get. We have to see some hype in this market right now. Give me a hot one. Give me a hot mover. Give me some press releases. But I honestly do hope the Chiefs get absolutely destroyed. I hope they do. I'm just so sick and tired. Give me any two other teams in the NFL. Any two others. Give me the Panthers and the Texans. Give me the Chargers and the Buccaneers. Give me the Steelers and the Jets. Give me whoever. I don't even care. Give me the Green Bay Packers and the Lions. Give me the Seahawks and the Bengals. Just give me anyone other than teams we watch every other year. Every other year, it's either Chiefs and Eagles. Every other, it kind of feels like what I feel like the older crowd would say like about the Patriots. Just everyone hates the Patriots over and over and over and over again. Like back in the 2010, 2012, it was annoying just watching the Patriots every single year. Now it's annoying just watching the Chiefs every single year. Reese saying, why is ENSC not a dip buy, but leave alone versus other plays where you're going to go in on a dip buy? So again, why is ENSC not a dip buy? Because again, ENSC never turned into a big top gainer, big hype play. Remember, traders, every single day. I mean, it's a great question. I'm happy to answer it. So again, if you're wondering why is ENSC not a dip buy? Dip buys, in my eyes, are only the stocks that, again, spike, hold their gains, spike, hold their gains, spike, hold their gains. It's the plays that everyone is getting involved in. Because that means if everyone's getting involved in them, guess what? You'll get dip buys because you have a lot of action, you have a lot of activity, you have a lot of volume. You'll get dip buys because you have a lot of action, a lot of activity, a lot of volume. ENSC had one gap up and crashed all the way on down. No one wants to buy that as a dip buy. You know what we like as a dip buy a lot more is going to be consistent, big spikes. When I see a $5, $10 rip and run, and then again, it fades back on down. The stock that's the number one top gainer at the start of the day, the stocks that are again having the mob towards them. You have to have the mob, the majority of buyers. ENSC just had a gap down and a crash. I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't put myself in on that play, right? TBMC, what's this one? TBMC. AI-powered insight feature safeguarding brands and government against AI-driven digital disinformation. No, not too much. So again, let's make sure that we're all set here, waiting for that next rip and run, waiting for that next spike. Dek, what do you think about CPIX? Again, make sure you type it in correct format. CPIX, I think, was this yesterday's top gainer? Again, I always like to look at, previous top gainers. CPIX was the number 4 top gainer of yesterday. Okay, number 4 top gainer of yesterday over on CPIX. And what did we have here? 15 hours ago. 15 hours ago, it did come out with breakthrough results on phase 2 trials. Okay. Could this be a continuation play today? I like it. Traders, if anyone does not know, I'm going to give you guys a very important heads on up. Okay? As of now, we are in a little bit of a pickle, aren't we? Right now, there is no news whatsoever. So where do we look? If you wake on up and there's nothing spiking, nothing ripping, nothing running, KTTA fading and falling, OGEN not doing too much, ENSC had a gap up and just came crashing on down, the number one thing that you want to do is take a look at previous day spikers. So if you go on down and take a look at what are the best previous day spikers of yesterday, you can see CAPT, QNTM, LTRY, CPIX. When traders realize that there is no hot news today, they go back to the hot news from yesterday. As a day trader, we always want to be thinking, where do other people see opportunities? Well, if you wake on up and you say, oh, I don't see any hot news, I don't see any big spikers, where do you think other traders are going to look? They're going to say, well, let's go play the stocks that made us a whole bunch of money yesterday, right? Imagine if it's you and some friends, it's Friday night, you live in New York City or you live in some spot in the town and a brand new restaurant opens on up. You go to that restaurant and you say, this restaurant's not really good. Everyone looks at each other and they say, you guys want to go back to our main place? The place that we know we had a good time at last night? The place that had good chicken? The place that had good steak? The place that had good service? Yeah, let's just go back to that place. So basically, right now, we're trying out new waters. We're trying out new restaurants. We're trying out new stocks. But if there's no good stocks, let's just go back to the ones that, again, made us happy yesterday. And one of those plays is CPIX. CPIX actually had one of the best press releases yesterday. We take a look over on CPIX. What was the press release that came on out? All right, we go ahead, take a look here. CPIX yesterday announces breakthrough results from phase 2 fight DMD trial and muscular dystrophy on heart disease. So we do have a phase 2 trials here, which brought in good hype, which brought in good momentum. Here it is. And this is what brought in a lot of momentum. These results represent a significant milestone in DMD. So significant milestone, talking about the results. And you know what? Let's take a look over on CPIX. CPIX, we can see how yesterday this stock had a spike, gave some gains back, worked itself on up slow and steady. Now again in pre-market, trying to work itself on up. If at the start of the day, this stock starts breaking 425, at the start of the day, this stock starts getting momentum back towards the upside, or if you're interested in looking for a dip buy back on down towards 330, I'm not opposed on it. You want to definitely keep your eyes peeled on what are some previous top gainers that definitely have a chance. So what else do we have here, traders? What else was on that list right there? Well, we also had CAPT. How's CAPT doing? CAPT had a very big spike up towards around $2, gave all of its gains on back. Stock went all the way from 45 cents to $2. Unfortunately, this one's getting a little bit weaker. What about QNTM? QNTM, this stock still has potential. Stock went on a great spike yesterday. Take a look. It's got up towards around the 730-ish mark. Stock came back on down, bounced off around $5 support, starting to move itself back on up. And if this stock could ever start breaking back above that 730 mark, this stock could start going crazy. Same exact thing, traders. Didn't this play? QNTM have some sort of news? Let's go ahead and check this play on out. QNTM, this play yesterday did have the word success. This is actually one of the stocks that we traded yesterday. We got ourselves involved in on this play. We were able to make QNTM. If you guys, again, were here yesterday or weren't here yesterday, I was able to make $800 trading and actually have it recorded right here. It's only about a 30-second video. You can go ahead and check this on out. So this was yesterday, me getting involved over on QNTM. Again, a stock that maybe we are going to get involved with in today. Let's go ahead and check this out right here. QNTM just came out with a little bit of a press release. QNTM just came on out about 10 seconds ago. It says Quantum Biopharma announces success of unbuzzed clinical trials. So QNTM right here, traders, I'm giving this one a chance. I'm just going to go small though to begin with. I'm going 500 shares small on this play to begin with and see if this one can rip on up towards, let's say, $6 plus. So QNTM in on this play, 500 shares got filled on this play at 610. Want to see if this one keeps going? Guys, look at it, still ripping and running. Guys, I'm going to take my profits right there and make $560. When I see, again, what I call... Boom. Easy as that. As quick as that. QNTM, that was our money yesterday. Now, again, could this one be a possibility? So I would say right now, everyone should write down CPIX. Everyone should write down QNTM, as these are potential plays going into today. Let's see if there's anything else here. LTRY a little bit lower. INKT. Let's see if that one. INKT. What about that play? A little too low in volume. QNTM and CPIX are the best ones. So those are the best ones that I would say keep your eyes peeled on. See if that gets any sort of momentum towards the upside. Zero, about 17 million in float. Do I have to add another one? I think I do. Or zero, excuse me. All right. Should be all set here, traders. We only got about 4 minutes. 8:30 press release. No big spiker yet. If we don't get anything spiking very big at the time of 8:30, what do you guys realize? Hey, Dek, we might want to be looking over on some previous top gainers. CPIX going to be a great one. QNTM could be a great one. So I am looking to see, can we get an 8:30 rip and run? Can we get that 8:30 spike? Can we get that 8:30 climb? That's what we want to be looking at here, traders. Making sure that we're all good. Little heads up for you guys as well. Ryan, who is usually in one-on-one support chat in the bottom left-hand corner, he is going to be out this morning. So just a little heads up for everyone over on Tradecaster. If you ever hit up the blue circle in the bottom left-hand corner for some sort of one-on-one support chat, he will not be here this morning. He is, again, currently absent at this time. So just a little heads up for all traders, all streamers. You guys can always send me an email at dekmartrades@gmail.com if you need anything at all. So let's get ourselves ready to rock and roll. Let's see what we have here. I'm pumped. I'm ready. I'm getting after it. Let's go over to just news. That's what I like to look at, just news in the morning. I don't really need to look at filings at this time. I like to look at news because everything big will come out with news. CELZ, anything coming out with CELZ just came on out at 8:25. CELZ. CELZ, not too much here. Expands collaboration. All right, traders, we got about 2.5 minutes here. We want to see something big at 8:30. We want to see a little bit of action here at 8:30. We want to see some momentum here at 8:30. We want to see the next leg at 8:30. Let's do it. Guys, if you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys smash that thumbs on up. Make sure you guys are all set, ready to go over on YouTube. Make sure you guys are all set, ready to go on Tradecaster, on Twitter, on Discord, on StockTwits, on Twitter. Let's do it, baby. Let's see it. I will probably say if I see anything hot whatsoever, I'm probably going to pull the trigger just because of why. Just because I think if we see anything hot whatsoever, we probably will see some sort of spike. Most traders, like you, like me, we want to see a spike on the day. We want to see action. We want to see activity. We want to see buying volume. If I see anything worth getting myself involved in, I'm just going to pull the trigger. And you know what? When I'm up in profits, I'm going to take it. I cannot guarantee, and I will not say that, again, any stock that I buy will hold its gains. There's a chance today that if we buy a stock, it could spike on up and come right back on down. There's a chance that if we buy a stock such as like ENSC and it spikes on up and it comes right back on down, or there's a chance like KTTA, which spikes on up or comes back on down, or whatever play it is that spikes on up and starts fading back on down, we want to take profits when we have them. So if you see a hot press release come on out, be willing to pull the trigger. But also be a person that says, hey, Dek, I just made $500 in 20 seconds. I'm going to take my profits when I have them. Make sense? Do not hold and hope forever. If a play is, again, great, you'll have other opportunities. If a play is great, you'll be able to see the stock be able to continue to move on up, and you can always jump in later. But if we can make, let's say, $500, $800, $1,000 in the first 10 seconds of a trade, let's take it, and let's just be a smart trader. So we got 1 minute here. I just want to be open, honest, credible, and transparent, as I always want to be and always will be. What we have here is, this is my order box. Guys, right here, this is my position box. Notice how, again, there's nothing in the order box. Notice how there's nothing in the position box. Guys, I haven't traded yet today. So, yesterday we already had 2 trades at this time. Today we don't have any trades just yet. So I do want to just wait and watch and see what we have. Let's see if, again, we can pull the trigger, get ourselves involved in a play, and see if a stock is going to start getting a little bit nuts for us. We got 30 seconds to the 8:30 a.m. press release wave, waiting for our big spiker. Notice, Deck, why didn't you pull the trigger on anything yet? Because everything that spiked came crashing on down. There is no 100% top gainer today. ZXZZT is a test stock. See how it says test stock? It's not a real play. So really, the number 1 top gainer is OGEN, which has just moved sideways. Then KTTA spiked and gave all of its gains on back. So the thing is, there is no 100% top gainer today. There is no mob play right now. There's no play that every single person is getting themselves involved in. Let's see if we get anything big here, traders. All eyes on the news scanner, 8:30. Let's see if we get something nice. Earnings. We have a patent press release, blood sensor. IINN talks about, again, having a brand new blood sensor. Maybe that could get some hype. Launches a new AEYE. Talks about a new course. Nope. So far, nothing. If you guys see anything that does go crazy, feel free to throw it on out. We are a team. We are a community. We want to work together. We want to find the best plays all together as one. VTGN, a little bit of a quick spike. VTGN receives a U.S. patent. That's a little bit of a stretch for a good press release over on VTGN. Again, that's the one in this blue right here. Receives a new patent. That's not really that great. I think that's a little bit of a stretch for actually a good solid press release. I'm going to be waiting. For something a little bit better, waiting for something a little bit faster, waiting for something a little bit quicker for me. Watch this scanner for the next 4 minutes. See if we get anything at 8:35. Also, let's see if we get anything at 8:45. Let's see if we get anything at 9 o'clock. And remember, guys, if we don't get anything, you are going to want to look at QNTM. If we don't get anything, you are going to want to look at CPIX. These are 2 stocks that you will want to watch going into today if we don't have any news. If the news is not coming out today and the news is not flowing, everyone's just going to go to yesterday's top gainers. CPIX is holding its gains very well after having phase 2 data. QNTM is holding its gains rather well after, again, having success on their trials. ACB right here, a little bit larger in float. This is more just kind of slow and steady, a little bit larger in float play. Not opposed to it. Want to see if there's anything that's spiking and ripping and running. NVDA right now getting a little bit of hype. So NVDA trying to work itself back on up. We'll see how well NVDA is going to be able to do. Right now, NVDA, not too bad, not too shabby. NVDA still, again, continuously moving itself on up. Let's see if we get anything in the next 3 minutes. An 8:35 press release. Just give a 1. Give the kid 1 right here. Give us some endpoints. Give us some positive data. Give us some trials. Give us some partnership. Give us some contract. And that's what we want to see. We want like some new trend to develop. We want some like news on CNBC that says like, almost like the NFT world. Do you guys remember when NFTs 3 years ago went crazy? Do you guys know how that started? That was literally, again, it was over on CNBC. It was over on Fox. It was over on CNN. It was someone purchased a painting for $18 million, but was a digital art, digital painting, digital whatever. And someone purchased it for $18 million. And that just exploded everything. That's where everyone's like, what? Wait a minute. I could just make things on the internet and people will pay $18 million for it? Yep. And that just like exploded. We need one of those random press releases that is just going to explode the randomness. We haven't had one of those like fun trends in a while. I want a fun trend in 2025. I want a dumb trend in 2025. Oh, let's go buy the metaverse. Oh, you gotta buy real estate on the internet. Oh, you gotta go ahead and buy NFTs. Oh, look at this picture of a spoon. Oh, it's your spoon, friends. Oh, don't forget the fork. Right? Like, I kind of want a little stupid trend to come on up. Let's see if we can get one here soon. We had the weight loss one. Yeah, that was just like for one morning. I'm talking about like something that lasts for like 3 months. Right now, DUOT. Guys, 8:35 comes up in 30 seconds. Sometimes we get a little bit more action here. So now, traders, we are watching, we are waiting. Deck, is it possible to move the symbol next to the headline? Yep, you could do that if you want to. Again, I just kind of have it like, you can move these wherever you want. Like, you can just pick them up, drag and drop. So again, you can move these wherever you would like to, just so the head's on up. Right now, I just want to see if we get anything right now at 8:35. Come on, give us a good hot press release. Give us one here. Because right now, we are on slim pickings. OGEN's nothing, KTTA's nothing. I will say this right now. If we are going to trade, we are going to want to be most likely looking over on CPIX today or QNTM today. QNTM to see if this stock can start spiking up towards like $7 plus and start ripping and running. If QNTM can start spiking up to $7 plus, at least there could be a possibility. Right now, though, there is no sort of big hype. There is no sort of big volume. There is no sort of big momentum. All right, traders. Guys, ladies and gentlemen. I think right now is a great time. We've been going now for about an hour and a half, a little over an hour and a half straight. We jump on the mic, as you guys know, every morning at around 6:50 a.m. So now it's again coming on up towards around 8:35. Let's take a quick little 10-minute breather here. 10 to 15 minutes. Get ready to go for this 9 a.m. move. Get ready to go for pre-market. Get ready to kick off this day. Traders, right now, there's nothing you are missing. Right now, there's nothing you need to get involved in. Right now, at this moment, you don't need to put yourself in any sort of bad position. Let's take a quick little step back. Let's see what comes on up. I'm going to throw on some tunes, as I always do. Get you guys rocking and rolling and get you guys all set, ready to make this money. Traders, it is going to be an absolutely fantastic day. A lot of momentum, hype, and a lot of activity for us all. I am pumped. I am ready to rock and roll. I know you guys are as well. Let's get ready for a huge day ahead. Let's have some fun. Happy Wednesday. Let's get ready to crush it. Ladies and gentlemen, I love working with you guys. I will see all you guys back here bright and early in the next 15 minutes. And let's get ready to kick off this day. I'll see you guys then. I love you. Thank you so much. Help me again get this party going today. Grab some breakfast and get your butt right back on over here. It's game time. I'll see you guys back here very soon. 15 minutes. We're going live once again. Let's do it, traders. 3, 2, 1. Ah-hoo!
Alors on danse. Alors on danse. Alors on danse. Alors on danse. Alors on danse.
Don't get me started, love. I've had too much drink. Had too much time to think. So leave me alone.
One kiss is all it takes. Fall in love with me. Possibilities. I look like all you need. One kiss is all it takes. Fall in love with me. Possibilities. I look like all you need.
To all the VJs, hoes,
shake that ass for Drake. Now shake that ass for me. Bend that ass over. Let that coochie breathe. Shake that ass, bitch. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Shake that ass for Drake. Now shake that ass for me. Bend that ass over. Let that coochie breathe. Shake that ass, bitch. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Shake that ass for Drake. Now shake that ass for me.
I don't mind spending every day out on your corner in the pouring rain. Look for the girl with a broken smile. Ask her if she wants to stay a while.
I don't care if Monday's black, Tuesday, Wednesday, hard to tack, Thursday, never looking back, it's Friday, I'm in love.
Then she will be loved. Then she will be loved. Then she will be loved.
It's Friday, I'm in love.
Never heard of Dasher?
No.
Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy?
Buy it, use it, break it, fix it, crash it, change it, melt, upgrade it, chart it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, rip it, drag it, drop it, zip and zip it.
Gucci down to the socks like I'm Iggy Papa. Keep your girl head in my Tommy boxes. But it out, she a silly hoe. Cause she know the Frankenstein getting pretty dope. She don't get nothing from my nigga dough. All she get is hard dick and some Cheerios.
Now when a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get sprung. Wanna pull up, cause you notice that butt was stuck deep in the jeans she's wearing. I'm hooked and I can't stop staring. Oh baby, I wanna get picked out and take your picture. My homeboys tried to warn me, but that butt you got makes me so horny.
We're only young and naive still. We require certain skill. The mood changes like the wind. Hard to control and it be
How you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance? By standing on the wall. Get your back up on the wall. Tell me, how you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance? By standing on the wall. Get your back up on the wall.
Can't help myself, make out the floor. Wanna way out to before.
Get down on it, come on in. Get down on it, you really want it. Get down on it, you gotta feel it.
dick? Yeah, like a man dick.
Come here, rude boy, boy, can you get it up? Come here, rude boy, boy, you should big enough. Take it, baby, baby, take it, love it. Come here, rude boy, boy, can you get it up? Come here, rude boy, boy, you should big enough. Take it, baby, baby, take it, love it. Tonight I'ma let you be a captain. Tonight I'ma let you be a thing, yeah. Tonight I'ma let you be a rider. Giddy up, baby. Tonight I'ma let it be fire. Tonight I'ma let you take me higher. Tonight, baby, we can get it on, yeah. We can get it on, yeah.
All the small things, true care, truth brings. I'll take one lift, your ride, best trip. Always, I know you'll be at my show, watching, waiting, commiserating. Say it ain't so, I will not go. Turn the lights off, carry me home. Keep your head still, I'll be your thrill. The night will go on, my little way.
Hey, darling, I hope that you'll be here when I need you the most. So don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times.
Just come outside for the night. Yeah. Take your time, get your light. Yeah. Turn it down. I don't wanna feel how I did last night. I don't wanna feel how I did last night. Anything please, have mercy on me. Take this pain away. You're asking me my symptoms, doctor. I don't wanna feel.
Off my face, don't know where I am, cause I got my drugs from Amsterdam. Off my face, don't know where I am, cause I got my drugs from Amsterdam.
369 girls wanna drink wine. Tell the man not to waste your time. If the man broke, the man he a joke. So you gotta get loose with the Henny and the Coke. 3, 2, 1 girls wanna have fun. If the man don't dance, he's done. So they move on, get the man gone. Now can I get a Coke with my rum?
Look at the stars, look how they shine for you. And everything you do, yeah, they were all yellow.
I look better under you. I can't lose when I'm with you. How can us lose and miss the moment? You're just too important. Nobody like you do. I can't lose.
only mean one thing. I know when that hotline bling, that can only mean one thing. Ever since I left the city, you got a reputation for yourself now. Everybody knows and I feel left out. Girl, you got me down, you got me stressed out. Cause ever since I left the city, you are a cinema. I could watch you forever. Action, thriller. I could watch you forever. You are a cinema, a Hollywood treasure. Love you just the way you are. A cinema. These beautiful things that I've got, please stay. I want you, I need you, oh God. Don't take these beautiful things that I've got.
Twist cabbage on fake stink. Niggas don't think shit stink. Pink gators, my Detroit players. Tim's for my hooligans in Brooklyn. That's dead right. If the head right, Biggie there, every night. Papa been school since days of under rules. Never lose, never choose to. Bruise, cruise, who? Do something to us. Talk code through us. Girls walk to us, wanna do us, screw us. Who us? Yeah, Papa and Pump. Close like Starsky and Hutch, stick to clutch. Yeah, I squeeze 3 at your cherry M3. Bang every MC easily. Recently, niggas frontin' ain't saying nothing, so I just speak my peace, keep my peace. Cubans with the pieces, peace with my peace.
If I leave here tomorrow, would you still remember me?
Been there, done that, messed around. I'm having fun, don't put me down. I'll never let you sweep me off my feet. I won't let you in again. The messages I've tried to send, my information's just not going in.
'Cause I'm as free as a bird now. And this bird you cannot change.
This time, baby, I'll be 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 I got my red dress on tonight, dancing in the dark in the pale moonlight. Done my hair up real big, beauty queen style, high heels off, I'm feeling alive.
Let's make this happen, girl. We're gonna show the world it's something you can work and it can work for you. And you know that it will. Let's get this started, girl. We're moving up, it's been a lot to change, but you will always get what you want.
Oh, I got that summertime sadness. Summertime sadness.
Let's make this happen, girl. We're gonna show the world it's something you can work and it can work for you. And you know that it will.
Shut up about the sun!
Girl, your stare, those eyes,
Love it when you look at me, baby.
your lips, your smile,
Love it when you kiss me, baby.
your hips, those thighs,
Love it when you call me, baby.
and I can't deny.
Love it when I'm with you, baby. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is love?
Driving in the sun, looking out for number one. California, here we come. Right right back where we started from. California.
Yo, sexy ladies want part with us. Inna the car with us, them not war with us. Inna the club, them want flex with us. To get next with us, them not vex with us. From the day my bond, I ignite my flame. Girl, I call my name and it is my fame. It's all good, girl, turn me on till I early on. Let's get it on.
And I need you now tonight. And I need you more than ever. And if you only hold me tight, we'll be holding on.
Yo, shake that thing, miss. Kinda shake that thing, yo. Annabella, shake that thing, miss. Kinda shake that thing, yo. Annabella, shake that thing.
Ooh, here we go. Shake it.
Shake that thing.
Shake it. Here we go, baby. Lock and load. Lock them up. Let's get after it. 8:56 a.m. Bright and early. Traders, as of now, no one has missed any play yet. If you are sitting on your hands, if you have not pulled the trigger yet, if you have not put yourself into a position at this time, that is absolutely PERFECT, perfect. You do not want to be putting yourself in on positions at this moment. You do not want to be putting yourself in on plays at this time. You want to be sitting back, you want to be waiting, you want to be watching, you want to be putting yourself in on positions that are going to be able to make you money in the near future. That could be QNTM, that could be CPSI, that could be whatever. But the thing is, traders, as of right now, there is no monster spiker. ZXZZT is not a real play. This is just what the NASDAQ has to make sure that all their orders are going through correctly. It's a test stock. It's like a fake demo. It's a program. It doesn't mean anything. OGEN is the number one top gainer in the market. OGEN, we can't make money on it. Dak, why can't we make money on the number one top gainer in the market? It's not doing anything. When a stock is moving sideways, there's no money to be made. KTTA. KTTA had a spike, gave it all on back, a little bit of a dip buy, a little bit of a bounce buy. I'm not saying it's dead, but again, we do want to see it get back above $4. I will say though, KTTA has not had any sort of massive press release to make this thing go crazy. It talked about a safety review. Who cares about a safety review? A safety review? We had a positive safety review. Are you guys wearing a seatbelt? Are you wearing a hard hat? Are you again like that? Walk around and make sure again people are wearing their hard hats in the factory. Why would that lead to investors wanting to buy it? There's really nothing good about that play. SFHG starting to fade and drop. ACB a little larger in float, but at the same time, ACB does have a good earnings. So we are waiting to see what play here today is going to step up and be the best press release, the best mover, the best ripper, the best runner. Now, what I will say is pressure is building. Now, what do I mean by pressure is building? Pressure is building in the sense that there was no hot news at 7. There was no hot news at 7:30. There was no hot news at 8 o'clock. There was no hot news at 8:30. You're here to trade. I'm here to trade. Sarah here. Vince is here. Parker's here. Peter's here. Everyone is ready to get ready to make some money. At 9 o'clock, in the next, again, minute here, if we see a good press release, I'm going to pull the trigger. I'm not saying I'm going to hold it very long. If I'm up $1,000, I'm going to take my profits. But I'm going to pull the trigger on the next hot press release I see and at least give it a chance. And if it doesn't go on a monster spike, if it doesn't go on a big rip and run, you know what? No big deal. I'll again get out of it. I'll probably break even or maybe lose $100 or so. But the thing is, we are all here to trade and we want to make money. If I see that there hasn't been any hot stocks, nothing is over 100% here today. Our closest is again a 92% gain, where again the stock is just basically moving sideways. Dad, could I do little dip buys from 47 cents to 56 cents? You could do that if you wanted to, but again, that would be large shares for a couple pennies of moving. I would again rather wait for something that's a little bit bigger, faster, stronger, give us 100, 200% spiker, go from there. So traders, let's see what we get. As of now, you can see my position box is 0 out of 0. You can see my order box is 0 out of 0. That means I have not put myself in any position. Yesterday, we already had 2 trades. We already had $800. Yesterday, we were already done at this time. So let's see if we can get anything good right now. Let's see if anything takes on off. We got 3 seconds. All eyes on the news scanner. Fox Runner right here. And let's see what we have. All right, traders, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on, give us something big here today. I want positive phase 3 data. I want endpoints. I want positive results. We have, again, positive earnings reports. We have primary results on its then-to-be project, EDBL. EDBL announces favorable. That's a very small stock. Stock is, again, only 30 cents. I'm not really a huge fan of stocks that are that little. But, you know, EDBL, little bit of action, shows a demonstration project. Let's get something good here. Let's get something hot. Let's get something wild. Right now, EDBL is trying to get a little bit of hype. Now, remember, this is not really a good press release, EDBL. It's not a bad press release, but it's just so many people are eager to trade. People are just going to buy whatever they can. People are going to buy whatever they can find. You're showing up here this morning because you want to make money. Same here with me. But again, we just want to put ourselves in positions that are going to at least give us a chance to be able to have success. So right here, traders, I want to see what we get. I want to see what's coming on up here. We haven't had, again, a hot press release here today. And if we don't have any hot press releases, we're going to look at previous top gainers. That's just the way it looks, okay? So OGEN, little heads on up for anyone who does not know. OGEN had a 13G filing last night. 13G filing means that someone, a person, a company, an entity, an LLC, a whatever, purchased more than 10% of the public shares. OGEN actually had about 15% of its public shares bought out. And that's why OGEN is getting this pop this morning. KTTA this morning came out, said that they had a safety review. Who cares? KTTA had a spike off having a safety review. Means nothing. EDBL just came out with a press release right here. Talks about showing a demonstration project. Again, not that big of a press release in any sort of way. People are just eager to trade. ACB had a positive earnings report. So earnings came on out so that we have this play right here. The thing is, team, we want to be able to find something a little bit better. And most likely, what I think is going to happen is people are going to go to yesterday's top gainer. Yesterday's top gainer was CPIX. Yesterday's top gainer was QNRX, I believe, right? Or QNTX. Let me look real quick. It was QNTM. Thank you. QNTM. Maybe this play can get some hype. So I think, again, what a lot of traders are going to do today is they are going to say to themselves, hey, we're not getting a lot of hype this morning in pre-market. Let's go look at the plays that made us money yesterday. Again, I gave the analogy. I gave the very simple understanding of it. If you were out with a group of friends and you went to a brand new restaurant and the restaurant wasn't really that good and it's still very early, let's say it's 7 o'clock, and you're like, hey, guys, this isn't really that good of a restaurant. You guys just want to go back to yesterday's restaurant, the one that was really good, that one that we all liked? Yeah, let's go to that one. That's how we're thinking of it. Right now, us as traders, we're trying to find what's the best stock. We're not seeing a lot of great stocks this morning. So why don't we go over back to yesterday's great stocks? Let's go back to yesterday's great movers. Let's go back to yesterday's plays that made us the most amount of money. That's what I think could, possibly happen here, where traders, again, you need to think about it in a psychological manner. There's 2 things you need to understand about stock trading. You guys ready for this right here and right now? 2 things you need to understand about stock trading. Number 1, you need to understand psychology, and number 2, you got to understand sociology. Psychology is the study of mind. Sociology is how, again, people are going to move in a behavior, number 2 is going to be sociology, which is going to be how people react in a social setting, the behavior of a majority of people in a social setting. So if I can understand what I'm thinking and how other people are thinking, and then place that inside an entire group of how other people are thinking, I'm going to be able to make a lot of money in the stock market. Now, what does that mean? Because I know that sounds very confusing. When I sit down in my chair every single day, I need to understand that stocks go up because people buy them. Not just because of me, but because of other hundreds of thousands of millions of people out there. And stocks go down because people sell them. Now, in my chair here, I am one person. I am one fish in a ginormous ocean. I should not be thinking about what do I want to trade. I'm trying to think about what do you want to trade? What do you want to trade? What do you want to trade? Place them in one big group. And how are all these people feeling? How are all these people thinking? Well, if you don't know the answer, I'll give it to you. the way that you're thinking right now, the way that you're feeling right now, the way that, again, you're acting at this moment is saying, I'm eager. I'm eager. I want to trade. I want to make money. Deck, buy something. Oh, another, again, wave. We don't have a lot of hot press releases right now. The number one top gainer, again, we have a 67%, a 40% top gainer, a 27% top gainer. I want to trade. I want to buy something. I want to go in on something here. Okay, let's go out to yesterday's top gainers. Yesterday's top gainer, CPIX. Okay, maybe that one starts breaking on out. Yesterday's top gainer, QNTM. Okay, that one's going to break on out. The majority of traders have not traded yet and are eager to trade. We don't have any options for them today, so they go to options from yesterday. Yesterday, they had fun. Yesterday, they, again, were able to get after it. That's what people are going to be looking at today. What do we have here? SPGI. SPGI just came out with a press release. Says SPGI bank top 10 in the U.S. banks of deposits between $3 billion and $10 billion for 2024. What is that? AMBZ. If that's even a real play. AMBZ. Trying to slowly work itself on up here. And that's a little bit bigger. So again, we'll keep our eyes peeled on it. But that's most likely what we're going to be seeing. We want to see if there is any final last little straggling of news, last little bit of hype, last little bit of activity right here. And then, of course, we will go from there. So let's just see if there's anything that comes on out. And then, of course, we'll start getting our game plan together, get ready to make some money on this day. So I'm ready to get after it, traders. I'm ready to make some money, and I'm get ready to have some fun. So this is how every single person can get prepared. To get prepared right here, traders, again, made it very easy, very simple. Here is your morning watch list. As of now, there are no stocks that are spiking 100% plus on the day. This is telling us that there is lower volume in this pre-market session. We suggest watching previous top gainers along with the hottest news from today to form your watch list. So all the hottest news of today, we already went over. KTTA came out with a positive safety review. That means nothing. Like, that literally means nothing. You see the word positive and you're like, yeah, positive results, positive drug trials, positive treatments, positive safety review. Guys, imagine if we all met in the conference room and I said, is everyone wearing their seatbelts? Is everyone wearing their hard hats? Is everyone, again, making sure you're taking your vitamins every morning? Good? All right, good. Am I going to, as an investor, am I going to buy a stock because of that? No, who cares? OGEN. OGEN had a 13G filing yesterday, right? But also, again, take a look at this press release over on OGEN. OGEN, which is right now the number one top gainer, says that the CMO, the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. James P. Kelly, is going to participate in this year's Super Bowl party. Woo! Who the heck cares? Why is OGEN even putting this out as a press release? OGEN is saying that the CMO is going to attend, wait for it, investors, wait for it, this year's Office Super Bowl party. He's coming. It's like, who the heck cares? And you're telling me OGEN is the number one top gainer of the stock market? Hey, the CEO, this guy has a great, buffalo wing sauce. We're really excited, right? We also have ACB, talks about its earnings reports. MRCY, 13G filing. I mean, this is what I want you guys to realize. Out of all of the news here today, it's not like there is anything that is absolutely incredible. Nothing that positive phase 3, reaching endpoints, has a partnership with NVIDIA or Meta or Google or Facebook or whoever, right? We basically are just more watching and waiting to see what is going to spike, right? We want to see what is going to be happening. We want to see what is going to be this activity. So I think the smarter thing to do be, again, look at previous top gainers right here, right? Just as Fox Runner is saying, take a look at previous top gainers. Now, it's not just CPIX and QNTM. All the way at the bottom right here, you guys can see we do have some previous top gainers such as CAPT. CAPT spiked 139%, right? So we do have CAPT spiked up 139%. CAPT, the only issue I have with this play is that it is giving a lot back right here. So CAPT, you can see it's already given a lot back. It was all the way up near $2 yesterday. Stock's not doing too much right now. QNTM, it's more near the high. Remember, if you want a stock to be able to break on out, we want it to be near the high of the day to break on out. We got to give it a chance. LTRY, again, gave a little bit too much back. CPIX, again, is near the high. There's a chance it could easily break through like 425 today and get that next leg on up. So that's kind of where my focus is at this moment, where I'm saying out loud to everyone, who cares about a safety review that went well? Who cares that, again, this guy is attending a Super Bowl party? Who cares, again, we have one earnings report, right? Take a look at the previous top gainers. These are the ones that, again, are going to have the best chance of making you money. These are the ones that are going to have the best chance of having you come out on top, okay? That's what it more comes on down to, and I do want to make sure every single person is aware of that right now. OGEN, the number one top gainer on the day. This one, little heads on up, Super Bowl a party, right? KTTA, positive safety review. EDBL, the stock had a quick little spike because it did come out with a demonstration where the stock went on a spike, only 30 cents. I'm, again, more waiting to see what low float play is going to spike today. And most likely, I think it is going to be from a previous top gainer. And right now, the best previous top gainer we have is CPIX, if this thing could ever squeeze and spike and start breaking back above $4. So this would be, again, an option that you would definitely want to be looking at if things can start getting a little exciting. Now, it is a little scary, it's a little gambly, and it's a little risky to just go ahead and buy right now and say, okay, I hope it goes on up. That's probably not the best way to be able to trade. That's probably not the best way to be getting ourselves involved in. So how about we just take this day from scratch right now? How about we take this day nice and easy, nice and slow, and we figure out, again, what is really going to be the best opportunity for us and get ourselves all caught up on this day. Let's do that. So today, let's go ahead, read through everything we need to, break this thing on down. We already understand the press releases today, a little dry. We already know, again, volume right now, a little dry. We saw KTTA this morning, but let's also see what we have. We have some earnings that are coming out today. The earnings that are coming out today, guys, we do have Uber, we have Ford, we have ARM. These are going to be some big earnings that, of course, we want to continuously be keeping our eyes peeled on and see if these stocks are going to be getting any sort of big time breakout or any sort of rip and run. What just happened there? Hold on a second. Okay, awesome. So again, these are the ones that we have. Uber, Ford, Qualcomm, and ARM. Probably, I would say the one that people are most excited for is going to be ARM. ARM does work with NVIDIA. ARM is a great chip processor. ARM is a company that their chips are used in nearly every single cell phone out there. Every iPhone, every Droid. ARM is a very good company. I'm actually excited to see what ARM does. Uber already came out their earnings this morning. Did you guys see what happened? Uber fell. Uber started dropping. Later on tonight, we do have Ford earnings, and later on tonight, we do have ARM earnings coming on out. Let's just take a little bit of a step back here for a second. You guys can see UBER. Uber earnings did come on out. Stock did start getting a little bit weaker. So Uber fell from $71 back on down towards around $65. Nice little drop. Did get rejected off that 200-day moving average. Uber is getting a little bit of getting beat down here just slightly. I will also say another stock that I am very excited about is Symbotic. Symbotic is actually a company that was bought out, or it has a partnership with Walmart and Kmart, or Walmart and Target, where it's basically just a whole bunch of robots that work in the factory. You know, you guys can imagine it's been a lot of people that used to work in factories, taking this box, moving this box, putting this out delivery. Basically, all Symbotic does is Symbotic is a ton of robots that just, again, move packages around and send them out to the way they are. So I'm excited to see what Symbotic actually does and comes out with later on tonight as well. But tonight we do have Ford, Qualcomm, ARM, and Symbotic. Those are, again, some big companies that we want to be watching and being aware of. Now, traders, we also, again, noticed last night we had some earnings that were not very good. Google came out with bad earnings. And Google last night took a very big hit. This, again, got a very big drop. This stock, again, faded and fall, and this thing started getting weaker here. So Google started fading on down. We also saw that AMD had record earnings, the best revenue they ever had, the most profit they ever had, but they missed slightly on data center revenue, and that led to AMD dropping all the way on down towards new lows. So we had Google dropping last night. We had AMD dropping last night. And obviously, we started seeing a lot of fading and falling. Now, a lot of people were very confused on AMD's earnings because when you guys take a look at AMD, it says 2024 was a transformative year for AMD. We delivered record annual revenue, strong earnings growth, data center segment nearly doubled. We closed off 2024 with a strong fourth quarter, delivering revenue up over 24% year over year. Best revenue they ever had, best earnings they ever had. And AMD came crashing on down. Now, guys, there's only two things that we can really think of with AMD crashing this hard. And AMD is number one. Is AMD just a stock that maybe got so overbought back in 2022, 2023, that it just is still falling to its actual real price, sub $100? Is AMD really a company that, again, this play is still considered overvalued after, again, spiking to $220? Or the second option is this stock just cursed? Okay, is this just market sentiment where it will forever be advanced money destroyer? It will forever be, no matter what, it's just going to keep going down lower and lower and lower, because market sentiment is very against AMD. Come out with its best earnings report ever, and the stock again just continues to fall and fade and drop and keeps getting weaker. Now, team, I do need to explain this. I do want to go over this. I do want to again talk about this because AMD was one of my long-term investments. AMD was. But I actually got out of AMD when they came out with the bad earnings last night. So I actually got out at the price of $112 last night. I put in $11,000 over on AMD. I got out, I was down $1,000. So I lost about 8% of my investment over on AMD. Now, traders, I talked about this earlier this morning, but I think it's only right that I talk about this right now for every single person, every single trader, every single listener at this moment. Back in early 2025, I went, or even again, late 2024, I went over everything that I liked about AI, but that has been on a little bit of a standstill here because I need to talk about what we have because I need to explain it, guys. And I need to be transparent here. I actually wrote this post last night going over everything that I like and dislike about my long-term investments. So let's just start over this, okay? Let's go over this. My long-term investments in 2025, I want to tell you exactly what they are. I want to show you where they're at. And of course, I want to be able to break this on down. In 2025, I started a long-term investment account and my goal was to be able to turn $75,000 into $150,000, $200,000. Now, the amount of research, the amount of hours, the amount of work I put in to find these certain tickers, I want to be able to break them on down and let you know why I'm in a little bit of a pickle at this moment. So, let's read this if you guys do not know, because I want you to understand my thoughts so you can be the best investor you can be. So it says, going into 2025, my entire outlook has been AI, AI, AI. And who can blame me for that? Over the last 3 years, AI has been absolutely everything in the stock market. But I'm thinking ahead. I was saying, guys, hardware, such as chips, is one portion of AI. Just like the internet evolves, we are going to have very small starting things off to the internet, and then it's going to evolve over time. Same exact thing with AI. I think chips is only just the beginning. Then we're going to have software like Palantir. Then we're going to have cybersecurity. Then we're going to have data centers where they store the AI. Then we have to have fuel to the AI, such as electricity or nuclear or energy. We need to be able to find all the different parts of AI. Now, I was very confident in this, very happy with every single stock I got involved in because I got involved in data centers and liquid cooling of data centers and energy supplies, nuclear to the data centers. I got involved in hardware, cybersecurity, or software, Palantir. These are all plays that I absolutely love. But there was one big caveat that happened. And what was that? That was, again, that DeepSeek came on out, right? We know, right, that during my time of the research, during my time in December, I was thinking to myself that chips are going to be in high demand in 2025. Energy was going to be in high demand in 2025. Data centers are going to be in high demand in 2025. Now, all of those things are true and will continue to be true. But the DeepSeek news that came out 2 weeks ago definitely slowed things on down. So if you guys do not know, remember DeepSeek, China, they came out with their own LLM, language learning model, which basically is almost the same exact thing as ChatGPT, where they stated, you guys spent billions of dollars on your AI. We spent $6 million. You guys have used tons of electricity, of energy to be able to support AI. Ours don't use as much. You guys have building this crazy data center race. We again only have this data center. So basically everything that we thought about AI, everything that we have said about AI, China just basically disrupts it. Now, that press release that happened, what did it do to a lot of companies? Just like when we take a look over on NVIDIA and we take a step back, let's go back to a 30-minute time frame. NVIDIA was all the way up towards $150. It's all the way back on down towards 113, trying to bounce back up towards 121. NVIDIA took the big hit, which brought everything down with it as well. So what we have here is the main issue has been DeepSeek not only proved that these brand new NVIDIA chips are not needed, as they said they created DeepSeek off old NVIDIA chips, but also not as much energy or nuclear has been used. Also, not as much of these data center providers has been used. So in 2025, I devoted $75,000 into AI chips, nuclear, data center cooling, and electricity for AI. While I still love AI's future, just like I think it's going to be around forever, the DeepSeek news of showing it's not as good, or excuse me, the DeepSeek news of showing it's just as good with old chips and less energy does have me second guessing my decision for the long term. So, what's the good news? The good news is I put in $75,000. Right now, guys, at this time, I'm down about $4,500 on my long-term investment. Now, you might be saying, Dek, who cares? I mean, you have 75 grand, you're down 4 grand. Like, who cares? You're playing the smallest violin. Am I supposed to be upset with you? No, the reason why I'm telling you this at this moment is because a lot of people hit me up yesterday, and I don't know if they were angry, if they were upset, if they were just curious, and they say, Dek, you told us that AMD was a long-term investment for you. Now, AMD came out with bad earnings and you sold and you got out of this play. I got out of this play at this orange line right here. I actually, again, posted it over on my Twitter as well, where I said, AMD, done with this play, moving on. AMD over the stock, cutting it on out. I jumped in at 123 with $11,000, got out with a $1,000 loss. People say, Dek, I thought you were holding on to this stock for a long-term investment. How could you get out of this play? Traders, let's take a timeout right here. What do you think is a long-term investment in my eyes? A long-term investment is going to be a play that I hold for weeks, months, years, 100%. When it is, again, working on out. I would have held AMD in every sense if it got back above 120 and came on up to 125 and went up to 130 and slowly over time over the next few months got up to 140 and slowly over time over the next few months got up to 150 and 160. Just because you say you're going to be holding long-term doesn't want you to turn into a long-term bag holder. So many people say, oh, I'm jumping on long-term. You committed. You got to hold on forever now. No, if a stock is not doing what you want it to do, get out. Traders, why did I jump in at AMD at the price that I did? Because when I take a look over on AMD, when I got in at the price of 123 here, right, what do I see? What do I realize? Well, again, 123. I see that when we take a look over on this play, we had a lot of old spiking highs, spiking high, spiking high. I could see we had spiking high. Then we broke above that and we came back on down. We had dip by dip, a bounce play. We had dip by bounce play. And then the stock again came out with even earnings that were great that I was expecting to pop back on up. And now they're still falling. Obviously, AMD is not doing what I want. Now I'm gambling. Just because you say you're long-term holding onto the play, that's great when the stock is working in your favor. If I could have gotten in on AMD and all of a sudden we start seeing a nice climb and a move and a rip and we're slowly, and sure, there's red weeks but that doesn't mean I'm just going to turn into a long-term bag holder now. I don't want to wait until I turn $75,000 into $20,000 and say, I probably should get out of these plays now. I'm down $1,000. I'm getting the heck out of there. Keep my stop loss tight. Keep my stop loss close. Long-term investments are great, but that doesn't mean we don't play stop losses, right? So the thing is, traders, I'm again being extremely transparent with you right now. I'm telling you at this moment that again, all of my plays that I have, which is all around AI, all my long-term investments, I am at this time thinking about what do I want to do moving forward with them. If that's AMD, and then we also have our nuclear play. BWXT got hit bad by the news, right, with DeepSeek. We also had NVT, which has liquid cooling for data centers. That got hit by the news by DeepSeek. And we can go ahead and we can take a look over on VST, Nancy Pelosi's play, which got hit by the news really hard with DeepSeek. And we could also take a look at cooling with water as well, CNM. That got hit a little bit by the news as well. These are all plays that we want to be saying to ourselves at this time, hey, we have a $75,000 long-term investment account. Now, is there a chance that DeepSeek at this moment is just completely lying? Is there a chance that China right here is just 100% lying and all of a sudden they actually spent billions of dollars? Yes, there is. There's a great chance that could be true. But at this moment, we are still in the phase. We're still in the funk right here where we have to accept the fact that right now, AI might not be as crazy as we thought, might not again, need as much energy as we thought, may not again be as in high demand of chips as we thought, may not, because ever since that has come on out, it definitely has hurt. NVIDIA has gone from 150 down towards 113 since this news has come on out. The stock, the golden boy, this play, NVIDIA so far year to date is down 14%. In 31 days, it's down 14%. So traders, for me, I have not sold anything else. I have not sold anything else whatsoever. For me at this time, as you guys know, I am down $4,500 on my long-term investment account, 75,000 bucks. But this was a lot of research at the time of everything lining up. With new developments, with new global news, with new events, we need to adjust. Now that means, all right, Dek, number one, we again wait for the earnings, see what the earnings say, see if the companies can be able to bounce back on up. But I am not going to turn into a long-term holder, just bag holding, hoping things work out in the favor. That's not what I want to do. Now, this was again a very big thing we want to see. Is this all a lie from China? Let's see here, traders. Is this all a lie from China? So let's read into this a little bit. It says DeepSeek R1's trading did not actually cost only $6 million. That figure was an incomplete and selective representation of the cost. They have also access to around 50,000 Hopper GPUs. Officially, the company reported $5.5 million in GPU compute for a single training run, but it left out the massive investments in hardware and development that were required to make a run successfully. Analysts has since revealed that DeepSeek spent over $1 to $2 billion in total to build R1. So the thing is, traders, this is not from CNBC. This is again from a user over on Twitter right here that you guys can go ahead and check on out, who again did all the research, went through all the filings, went through everything that you can go ahead and check on out. But we need essentially this news to come out over on CNBC. We need this news to come out over on Fox News. We need this news to come out on CNN. We need this news to come out on MSNBC, right? I think I just threw in like an extra letter there. But that's what's happening with AI still. AI is still a little bit, I don't know, a little bit, The thing is, traders, will AI be around forever? 100%. I already stated AI is like the internet. It's going to just keep being around. It's only going to improve over time. Are we going to see these stocks recover over time? The answer is yes. Are we going to see these stocks be able to move back up over time? The answer is 100%. But if you do not want to go through some pain, cut your losses quickly. If you do not want to go through, again, some trouble, cut your losses and move on. Just because you say, hey, I want to be a long-term holder does not mean you want to be a long-term bag holder. There's a difference. When you, again, buy NVIDIA right here and you say, oh, I love NVIDIA. I would love it too if all it did was just go on up, and you're in the green. It's not fun, though, when you buy at 150 and now, again, ooh, is the AI bubble about to pop, right? So you want to obviously use your head. You want to be smart. NVIDIA will bounce back up in time. In time, it will hit new highs. In time, we will see again NVIDIA continue to rip and run. But I want to again be open, honest, credible, and transparent because I want to let you guys in on what I've been thinking, how I'm at, all my long-term investments. I don't want anyone to be left in the dust. I don't want anyone to be confused. I want to still break it on down. So that's kind of where I've been at because I try to be as smart and as calculated as I can. And obviously in December, there was no DeepSeek news. There was none of this. But that has still been taking a very big toll on these AI plays. And it's a little bit of a scary toll as well on what could be happening in the near future. So AMD, I cut out of that play, said, hey, I don't want to be involved in it anymore. Could go down towards 100, could go down to 95, could go down to 90. And then maybe we get a better entry down there. But I don't want to get involved if it's this low. So always, again, important. Want to break that on down and make sure you guys understand everything that I know. All right, traders, let's switch on out here towards these other plays here, and let's see what we got. So let's go over here. 2020. But yeah, guys, I mean, you guys are here because you want a real stock trader, right? You guys are here because you don't want just some random 16-year-old paper trading account saying that he turned $1 into 35 million and you just sit here and clap. That's not why you guys are here. You guys are here. The reason, again, people are watching is because you guys know I'm trading. I'm trading real money. I'm investing my, again, life savings. I'm putting, again, my own skin in the game. I'm telling you exactly what I'm thinking. I'm not here saying, okay, guys, let's go ahead and get a Lamborghini today. I'm not here saying I'm going to turn $2,000 into $20 million, buy this extremely crazy options trade that is just an absolute gamble. I'm not here to hide my trading off the screen and never show you. I'm not here to be behind a Discord and just say, oh, I bought this. Hey, guys, I just made $4 million. I literally am going to do everything in front of you. Be as transparent as I possibly can be. Make sure you guys are understanding everything that's going on. And if I get out of a play, I'm going to tell you that. So if I get out of a play, I'm going to let you guys know. I think if anything, I'm proud on the fact that I'm getting out. Got out at 112. I don't want to lose $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 and then say, oh, well, maybe it's time to get out. You're down $1,000, move on. Get out. Easy as that. Traders, right now we got about 30 seconds until the market opens on up. Let's watch for our 20 counts. Let's watch to see CPIX, see what CPIX does. And last but not least, guys, hit that thumbs up if you guys haven't yet. If you guys have not hit that thumbs on up yet on this day, hit it right now so that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll, and let's get this party started. Let's see what this day has for us. But it is go time. Let's see if we can make some money. Let's see if we can make some cash, and let's get ready to come out on top. Wake up, ladies and gentlemen. Wake the frick up! Wake up! 9:30 a.m. It's time. CPIX, first stock I'm going to be looking at. I want to see something spike. I want to see something get me all aroused. That's what I want, guys. I want to go on the internet and be aroused today. So I want CPIX to do that. Let's see if this one can start breaking the VWAP, breaking $4, start getting a little bit more action activity behind it. CPIX trying to get a little bit of hype. And Dek, if you're saying, why are you looking at CPIX? CPIX is just the only stock that is a previous top gainer that's holding near its highs that, again, since we don't have any news today, people are going to say, I know the way traders think. Traders are going to say, oh, I'm going to try to give yesterday's #1 best runner a chance. So if you're saying right now, oh, Dex, CPIX is starting to rip and run. Yeah, we know. It's because, again, this is how other traders are going to be thinking. You need to understand, again, it all comes on down to psychology. It all comes down to sociology. It all understands, again, how other people are perceiving the markets. But I am not in on anything. Dek, why not? VWAP still. VWAP is still going to be tough to break above. VWAP is 414. If this thing goes crazy, we can always look for a dip buy. Dip buy can make us money. If this thing goes crazy, wait for a dip buy. But it is going to be a little scary buying right at the VWAP, hoping that this play again starts ripping and running even higher. CPIX is where the majority of plays are looking at. ACB. ACB is a cannabis play. And again, ACB right here, this is a play at this time. We got to see if this thing is going to be able to break $5, guys. So, ACB. Let's see if that play can get a little high. You know? You guys know what I mean? You know, it's a cannabis play. Do you want to see if ACB can make you a little green? You know, maybe ACB can maybe come out with some good news, maybe a joint venture. You know what I mean? So, let's see here. Let's see what we got. I thought the joint venture one was pretty good. I thought the joint venture one was solid. Screw you guys, huh? Huh? I'm out here trying to, again, entertain you guys and do everything I can. You can't even laugh at one of my jokes? Huh? Fine. Fine, guys. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll be angry. I guess you guys don't want the smoke. Huh? I guess you guys don't want the smoke, huh? I'm feeling it today. I'm feeling it today, huh? CPIX. CPIX traders, there you go. Over on CPIX. CPIX trying to move itself on up. And notice, right now we're up 12% on CPIX. Might get a little dip buy off again the VWAP. If you guys ever want to try to sound smart, and let's say again your husband, your wife, your kid, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife's boyfriend comes on in the room, whatever, and says, hey, how did you know CPIX was going to be able to go on a big time spike? Just look at him in the eyes. Just stare him at the eyes and say, you just got to understand the psychology and the sociology behind traders out in the social markets. It just comes on down to the investor sentiment by understanding top gainers of the previous day. All they would say is, wow, here's your coffee, and let me get the heck out of here. Right? Wow. Whoa. Guys, just use big words. Any word that has over 3 synonyms. Oh, wait, not synonyms. Not syllables. Sorry. You know it's going to be a day. Here we go. CPIX. Still trying to bounce off the VWAP here slightly. Number one play that I see. GIFT. GIFT gift. Gift. Trying to get a little bit of hype. CPIX still trying. I want to see something go wild today. I want to see something going crazy. That's what I want. I want some of that crazy stuff. I want some of that 2002 spring break Panama City type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let's get a little nuts. OGEN. OGEN, a little bit of spiking. OGEN. Remember, this play has 2 press releases. OGEN. What are the 2 press releases on OGEN? Number 1, last night, they did come out with a 13G filing. Deck, what's a 13G filing over on this play? Actually, is this the 13G filing? No, it's not. Excuse me. This is a withdrawal request. So again, this means they had a filing. They had a filing they put out, and then they asked to withdraw that filing. That said, oh, hey, we actually didn't mean to do that. The only other news that came on out is that Dr. James Kelly is going to participate at their Super Bowl party in 2025, which is the most insane press release I've ever seen a company put out. Why in the world would they even put this on out? Imagine again telling your investors that Dr. James P. Kelly, our CMO, is going to be attending our Super Bowl party. Who the heck cares? I mean, it's like, that might be the strangest press release I've ever seen someone put out as a company to try to get investors to buy into their stock. Well, do you know who Dr. James is? No, I don't. Have you ever tried his cheese dip? It is delicious. You must not know Dr. James. Right now, OGEN. OGEN had a withdrawal request, and Dr. James is going to the Super Bowl party. Some of the weirdest news I've ever seen. AKAN still watching. CPIX is still my favorite play just because it does have yesterday's old spiking high. It is the top gainer. As of now, guys, here's my position box, 0 out of 0. I want to see something a little bit better. I want to see something get halted. I want to see something go on a big time spike. I want to see something go crazy here today. Give me again a stock that gets halted 1 or 2 times. We can look for some dip buys or something. ACB, weed stock, trying to get above $5. Everyone tell me right now, Deck, what's the target? Everyone should know the target if it can hold $5. If ACB can hold above $5, target is 547, 200-day moving average, or 548. 200-day moving average is the target. Notice something, traders. I'm going to, again, grab this picture, and I want you guys to see it. What is so important about the 200-day moving average over on this play? Do you guys realize that when you hit the 200-day moving average right here, you bounced off of it? You hit the 200-day moving average right here, you bounce off it. Hit the 200-day moving average right here, you bounce off it. 200-day moving average right here, you bounce off it. What do you think is going to happen when we go up to the 200-day moving average right here? Bounce, 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 bounce. ACB, this is just going to be strong resistance at 548, right? So it's going to be, that's your main target. If you're in on this play, if you want to get in on this play, you have about 35 cents left on this play. So right now, traders, we are still watching and waiting here for where's that nice big mover. Nothing got halted yet. TNXP maybe getting a little dead cat bounce play. ACRV, traders, trying to move itself on up. ACRV did have a press release this morning. Notice again the stock spiked with its press release, gave everything back. We just didn't see a lot of hot action again over at the start of pre-market here today. ACB and CPIX still again my top plays. Want to see if something can get a little bit wild. REBN looking over on some mid-candle breakout stocks. IVVD. ASST still trying to spike up a little bit. I'm kind of just bouncing around right now, traders. Bouncing around, looking to see what's coming on up. It's okay to give things a little bit of time. CPIX just hit a new high of the day as well. CPIX still just hit a new high today. This is still my favorite play of the day. If you are looking for a trade, just want to throw an alert out there for you guys so that you guys can be able to make money. If you got in at 4, if you got in at 410, if you got in at 420, if you got in wherever, right? Wherever, again, you got in since I've been talking about it, you've been making money regardless. So CPIX, let's see how much higher this one can go. Deck, what would be your target if this play was going to spike? You obviously need to break through 450. Then a realistic target would be somewhere in the 470s. Somewhere right around that 470 mark would be, again, the next main target on this play. There'll be a good one. There'll be a good stock today. There'll be a good spike today. There'll be a good mover today. We'll be able to find and get after. Sometimes you just got to give it a little bit. Give it a little bit of an opportunity, set itself on up, give it a chance to be able to get that big time breakout and go from there. How's the markets overall doing? SPY getting a little bit of green candle right now, working itself slightly. There's again the CPIX breakout. CPIX got up towards, again, 462 so far, previous top gainer. Again, if you're still holding on to this play, I would probably take 50% of your profits above 450. Take 50% of your profits above 450, hold the last 50% to try to hit one more brand new high of the day. Now, also, please note, what don't you want to see happen? You do not want to see a big upper shadow. So if this, again, candle, remember, if CPIX closes, and CPIX is doing fine right now, but if CPIX closed all the way back down towards around like 440, right, that would be a big, long upper shadow. Take your profits as you start getting up near around 470. That's where I would say kill this play, end it on off, guys. So everyone in the next 10 to 15 cents, everyone start taking your profits. All right? Even if, again, you think it's going to go higher, guys, stick with me here. Even if you think it's going to go a little bit higher, stick with me. I'm only here to help you. So we got up towards 467. Again, don't push it. Obviously, free money is free money. I would love to see, again, like 475 to 480 for those that are in. Here's 470. Guys, 470 here. So I know, again, if you are in on this play, start wrapping it on up here as we start breaking 470. 470. Another little touch. No big upper shadow just yet, but we don't want to form that upper shadow and you guys to get caught in on this play. Deck, where do you think it's going to fall back down to when it falls? It's going to go right back on down to this bull flag pattern area. Back into the 430s and such when it does start getting a little bit weaker. Still has potentially a little bit more room to run. I would want all traders probably out 80% of their play right now if you guys are still in on this play, just because I think CPIX has already been on a great stretch, a 20% move off of no news whatsoever. I'm calling this just because it's a previous top gainer. I gave you again the thought process. I gave you the idea. I gave you guys why this was going to happen. There is no news. Everyone goes back to the previous day. When people say to themselves, hey, Deck, you know, there's nothing I see out of this pre-market, go back to the stocks that made people money yesterday. That's how you guys are going to profit. That's how you guys are going to be able to trade. That's how you guys are going to come out on top. Right now, CPIX still again trying to get a little bit more. Ooh, CPIX. I don't know if that, I didn't see that order. Did you guys see that order? I feel like that's a little sketchy here. Take profits here soon. CPIX just said it had an order up to 486. I didn't even see an order go through at 486 all the way on up here, but that is leaning into a massive upper shadow now, and again, spiking up to the old pre-market highs. This is where most likely the stock is going to start reversing. So again, notice the big upper shadow here, matching up the big old upper shadow right here. Now again, people are taking some profits and it's turning. So again, CPIX, for me, if I was in on that play, be out of that stock now. You guys did a great job on that play, basically making nothing into something, making something out of nothing, making a little bit of razzle dazzle, a little bit of jelly and jam, a little bit of peanut butter and profits, baby. OGEN. OGEN. Guys, can anyone believe this? Guys, this is shocking to me. This is shocking. Can anyone believe that OGEN is falling into the red? The stock that said that Dr. JP Miller was attending the Super Bowl party? Can anyone, is this shocking or what? That this stock is falling in the red? I can't believe this. I thought, again, more people would buy in on the stock with JP Miller going to the Super Bowl party. Obviously, it's red. This is the dumbest press release I've ever seen in my life. Stupidest press release I've ever seen. This stock should fall back down to 40 cents here soon. ASST trying to bounce off the 50-day moving average. KTTA. Again, also, guys, can anyone again also be shocked that KTTA is in the red today? Can anyone be shocked that KTTA is falling? Well, Deck, what was the news over on KTTA? Another absolutely stupid one. Dumb. What is it? Oh, Deck, we had a positive safety review meeting. Guys, who the heck cares? I don't care about safety review meetings. I care about positive results. Well, how was your safety review? How was the safety meeting, Debbie? Did everything go well, Debbie? Oh, yeah, it was great. Everyone attended. Everyone, again, had pencils. It went great. It was awesome. Who cares? Obviously, again, this is a bogus press release. This is why sometimes shorting is 10 times easier than buying stocks. Sometimes, again, when you're on margin account and you just short plays where you say, I bet it's going to fall. It's very simple. Deck, why are you not shorting? Because again, I got banned from shorting for 90 days because of my last PDT rule, so I can only be on a cash account right now until my 90 days is up before I can start shorting again. So just a heads up for you guys, the only reason I'm not shorting these plays is because I can't, because I'm on a cash account right now. CPIX doing its thing. I don't care. I don't care if I already told you guys to take your profits. I don't care if I already told you guys to take your profits. Any green is always great on a day like right now. I don't care. You could be mad at me and say, oh, that gets at 490 right now. I don't care. You made money. So the thing is, if it keeps going on up, it keeps going on up. You can always look to re-enter. But again, I'm happy I told you guys to go from $4 and take profits in the 470s. CPIX still, again, the best play right now. Still trying to push itself on up here. CIX, PLCE, S&P 500. The S&P 500. Whenever I say S&P 500, I always think of like the Daytona 500. NASCAR race. PWM, NNVC, ZNTL, a lot of lowerish volume right here. Traders, if you guys see anything that's going absolutely crazy, please let me know. Has anyone ever heard of the cryptocurrency SUI? SUI? Anyone ever hear of this cryptocurrency before? Is it a good one? Doesn't look that good, right? I mean, had a nice little rip coming back on down. Sometimes I go through again, like, you know, as I said, sometimes I'll go through some deep research. A lot of people, again, were turning me over towards SUI. SUI. I don't have any of it, but I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts. Sometimes, again, I ask questions and people love it. Sometimes, again, ask questions and people say, no, Deck, that stock sucks. That crypto sucks. That play sucks. Whatever it may be. Yesterday, guys, remember I told you guys about, the next moonshot, right? Told you guys about Rocket Lab. Told you guys about Palantir. Told you guys about all those. What's the next moonshot play we talked about? LiDAR technology and self-driving semi-trucks, right? That's the next big companies that you guys want to be investing in if you have, let's say, $10,000 laying around or $5,000 laying around or, hey, even $1,000 laying around. I gave a list of about 5 different plays yesterday that have to do with LiDAR, which is, again, how self-autonomous vehicles are going to drive, which is needed, or self-driving semi-truck companies such as Aurora, which again is working on being the first company to be self-driving for Walmart, Target, whoever, every single Fortune 500 company, whoever again comes out first with a self-driving pickup truck, they will again make billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. So again, that's going to be something big as well. Those two things is kind of like, I think, the next Rocket Lab. Those two things are the next quantum computing. Those two things are the next whatever. It's gonna be that. Autonomous driving for semi-trucks, and autonomous driving on how it works, LiDAR technology. Again, Tesla, I will say this though, Tesla has yet to ever come on out with a semi-truck though. They don't have any, again, trucks. They have obviously the Cybertruck, but they don't actually have any sort of semi-truck. And again, and they don't have any sort of self-driving semi-truck. So, you know, is someone going to beat them to the punch? If someone beats them to the punch, that company will become $1 billion company. ASST trying to get a little rip. CPIX, first little pullback right now. What let's see where AMD's at. AMD 107. Sheesh. AMD 107. Sheesh. AMD's been dropping. AMD's been getting weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. It just has not been good over on AMD. And again, usually a lot of it comes on down to what? Just a little heads on up. A lot of people do not like when Lisa Su speaks, right? Whenever Lisa Su speaks, that's usually when we start seeing AMD start getting some big drops and some big fades as well. All right, we come on over here. We see AMD go all the way from 120, fade all the way on down towards 106. This is when she started speaking. Lisa Su comes on speaking and starts dropping on down. It's not even like she says anything, you know, bad. She's talking about how good the company is. She's talking about how good, how solid the company is. And it's just, boom, dump on down towards new lows. Boom, dump on down towards 107. That's all it's been. But AMD is still just getting absolutely crushed all the way on down towards some bottoms, getting lower and weaker and fader. Just see it over and over and over and over and over again.
Welcome to AMD's conference call. My name is Lisa Su. AMD had a record year, record revenues. It was great. Why is everyone selling our stock? Don't do that. Don't do that. Good. We had record revenues. We had record profits. Wait. Stop it. Stop it right now. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I'll tell you everything. I tell you.
That's all it was. That's what last night was. That's all last night was right there, guys. Tesla semi-truck. Here we go. Semi. The future of trucking is electric. Right? Right here, guys. The future of trucking is electric. Let's look through this a little bit here, huh? It's a beast. More powerful, more efficient. But does it work? Is this actually a real thing? Well, I mean, they're on closed courses right here. But also, we got to be thinking about self-driving. Remember, traders, the big thing when it comes on down to the next billion-dollar industry. The next billion-dollar industry, I do think it could be easily be semi-trucks. But it's going to be self-driving semi-trucks. Whoever, again, gets that out first. So, why do I say whoever gets that out first? People, right? Trucking. It's a high shortage right now. There's not many truckers out there. There's not many truckers out there. People don't really like driving from Pennsylvania to Texas, from Florida to California, from Miami all the way on up to Jacksonville. Like, trucking is not an easy job, sitting there and just being on the road. Imagine if these were self-driving. You load it up, you press a button, and it goes. You load it up, it just sits on the right side of the highway. It doesn't get in your way. No one falls asleep, and it goes. Right? So where are they going to be going towards with their self-driving here? get updates on this. Let's see what we... Semi-specs.
Semi-specs. Mile range. Fully loaded at 82 pounds gross combination. Mile range, approximately 300 or 500 miles. Energy consumption with less than 2 kilowatts per mile. Fast charging up to 70% of range in 30 minutes. Get updates on semi trucks. Our trucks are going to be great. Our trucks are awesome.
We'll see. We'll see what we get, guys. We'll see what happens here. We'll see where this buying volume is going to take us, how much action, how much activity it's truly going to have. See what happens here next. CPIX. Guys, look at this. CPIX. CPIX. Traders, we might actually just want to look for a dip buy and bounce play here now. CPIX coming to life. So traders, CPIX, what we can agree on, which we absolutely love. The thought process of today was correct. Thought process of today was spot on. Thought process of what we wanted out of today. Let's go. All right, traders, I'm going to send some tweets and love about CPIX and get some, hopefully bring a little bit more attention and exposure towards this play here. CPIX right now. CPIX is yesterday's previous top gainer, where everyone is at right now. No news this morning is leading to everyone spiking this play back up. Notice, guys, I don't look at my keyboard when I type. I know, it's extremely impressive. Can you guys do that? I'll be honest, that's probably taken me, I'm not even kidding around, that's probably taken me no less than 15 years to be able to finally accomplish. Okay? To be able to not look at my keyboard and finally type probably has taken me about 15 years to accomplish. Does anyone remember back in, like, if you guys are in my age, 30, 31, maybe 35, do you guys remember when you guys used to have computer class back in the day? I remember when I was in like 3rd grade, 5th grade, we used to have computer class where they would put a pillowcase over our hands and we had to write out a Word document. We were like 8 years old. No one, literally no one. Everyone's Word document was just absolute gibberish. You couldn't understand one word we were trying to type out. Everyone was lifting up their pillowcase, trying to type out as much as they can to try to pass the test. And we were just... it's taken me probably until I was 28 years old before I could actually type something without looking at my keyboard. All right, team. CPIX deck, dip buy, bounce play. Where can we make this money? $5. Going to be a best dip buy opportunities. Number 1, $5. Number 2, old upper shadow. Number 3 is going to be VWAP. These are the best dip buy opportunities that I am seeing. Let me get rid of this arrow. I hate when these little arrows are there. Show AI trades. Okay, that's not it. Show orders. Get out of that. Show executions. How do I get rid of that blue little arrow? I don't know how to get rid of that. But I will say, $5 going to be a nice dip buy opportunity. Upper shadow, dip buy opportunity. VWAP, dip buy opportunity. We can even look for a quick little dip buy opportunity back at around 520. So it's like there are a few dip buy opportunities that could be able to open on up and be able to make us some cash. If this stock falls and fades, I think our first dip is going to be right above $5. I'm going to start putting some entries in here, team, because again, I don't mind looking for, again, dip buys. I don't mind getting involved on this play, being able to get filled on at an opportunity where I think we could be able to make some nice cash. So again, I always go with the mindset, if I get filled, I'm probably going to win. If I don't get filled, no harm done. You know why? Because I don't lose anything. So with my mindset, I always say to myself, hey, Deck, you get filled, there's a great opportunity that you come out on top and you win. If you don't get filled, then you know what? You don't lose any cash whatsoever. Where is that VWAP? 467. I think that's a little bit low. All right. I'm going to kind of more surround this $5 region. More kind of these two lines. In between these two lines is more like my happy place. This is going to be my dip buy opportunity area, guys. In between these two lines, kind of more between $4.80 and $5. Pull back, dip buy, bounce play, get filled, trying to make some money. Guys, CPIX going to be opening on up here. NASDAQtrader.com/TraderHoltz. CPIX opening on up in the matter of 35 seconds. 35 seconds, guys. 35 seconds. Guys, if you guys are watching right now over on YouTube, smash that thumbs on up, hit that subscribe button and the notification button. We are live all week until we get ready for the small account challenge next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, small account challenge is happening. 2025, $5,000 to $25,000. Are you ready to get above the PDT rule? Let's get ready to go. Next Wednesday, we kick it on off. We had success on our small account challenges previously, and we are going to continue this success. We have done multiple small account challenges, and this is going to be another one we are going to add to the winner's bank. Guys, little heads on up right now. Woo-wee! CPIX traders still in the hype. CPIX still in the buying volume. Deck, do we need to change out this number? Probably have to. Probably do. Guys, next dip buy opportunity, if we do get a pullback, is probably going to be more back down towards around the 530s most likely. I don't think we're going to go this low. I don't think we're going to go all the way back down to $5 right now. I think it's going to be more towards around number one. It's going to be, again, like 550. Then it could go all the way on down towards, again, 530. Somewhere in this, area. I think it's going to be more around this, like, this blue line to, like, this blue line. I think it's either going to be that candle-to-candle transition or the old upper shadow area. So I will get involved on this play here. In between these two blue lines is my next target. Next target in between those two blue lines. Stock just spiked up to $6.34. Stock so far has gone from $4 now all the way up towards, again, $6.43. Looking for a pullback and a bounce play somewhere in between these two blue lines to get a nice little rip and run. So far, if we want to think about it as well, traders, a great way to be able to break things on down is just, again, take a look and say to yourself, all right, stock has now gone from what areas? Stock has gone from $4 up towards around $6.50. That is going to be a $2.50 move. What would be about a 50% pullback on that? That would be about $1.25. If we go from $6.50 back on down towards around $5.30, $5.25, I think that would be, again, kind of like right in that happy medium area. So I would like to see the pullback, like to see a lower shadow, like to see a drop. In between these two blue lines is where I will look for a dip buy opportunity. If you guys are still holding from this morning, great work. CPIX traders still watching to see if we get this pullback. LULD on the downside is at 551 right now. I want to see it back down towards 550, 540, 530 for my dip. 550, 540, 530 for the dip. And other than that, guys, I mean, now it's easy. Now you just sit back, right? Now it's easy. You got your dip buy opportunities. You got your dip buy plays here. Like, there's no need at all to get worried, to rush, to get emotional. Guys, we got our dip buy opportunities. We already know where we're looking for our dip. Now you sit back, you make a margarita, you put on, again, your favorite Netflix show, you pet your dog a little bit, right? Whatever you want. Like, you just chill now. Put in your entries, chill. Let it come back down to the area. When it comes back down there, you get filled on an area you like. But again, there's nothing I need to do at $6 now. There's nothing I need to do at $6.43 now. There's nothing I need to do at the very tippity top at these areas. So far, CPIX has been the stock that we've been looking at the entire day. We're looking for a nice pullback. We're looking for a nice drop and to be able to get filled at a nice bottom area, be able to make, again, $500 or so and be happy. So let's see how much lower this play can fall on down towards. The VWAP is down towards still 497 right now. So the VWAP is still all the way on down towards 497 at this moment. So we got a little bit of weakness. Let's see if we can keep on dropping. Let's see if we can drop another about 40 to 50 cents. That would get me filled on my entire order. I do have 3 different orders spread out between 550 down towards, again, the 530s. Big long upper shadow so far. We know we are going to get this reversal here. Big long upper shadow so far. We know we are probably going to get that reversal. We have, again, the 1 minute time frame. We also do have this nice little uptrend area. Deck, where's this uptrend area at? That's back on down towards around the 540 area also. No entry for myself just yet. Let's just stay prepared. Let's just stay ready. We might get our first trade in on the day. Maybe our only trade on the day. You know, it just depends. So let's see here. Now, Deck, did we get filled at 643? No. Did we get filled at 610? No. Did we get filled at $6? No. Did we get filled at 590? No. Did we get filled at 580, 570, 560? No. We are getting in on the hottest play of the day on a pullback near support, candle to candle transition, near again old dip buy opportunities, right? That's what we like. Where did we just bounce off of? 553? I did not get filled at my entry right there at around that 553-ish mark because, again, my entry is 550 and down towards the 530s. So I actually do want to see if this thing can keep on fading, keep on falling, get my first entry filled. Came on down to 552 there for a second. Are we going to still get a little bit of this crack? Get a little bit of weakness? Came on down to 552 so far. Almost got my first starting entry filled. Did not again come on down towards the 550s or lower just yet. Yesterday, I know I missed an entry by 2 pennies to begin with. I don't want that to happen today, but that's why I do have multiple entries. I do have, again, about 3 to 4 entries that I have set at this time, looking to see if I can get filled, get, again, dip buy, be able to move itself on up. Filled, get a dip buy, move on up. Filled, get a dip buy, move on up. I probably am going to get filled here very soon. Guys, first order just got filled. First order finally just got filled. First order finally just got filled in on the stock right here. And right now, we'll see again if this thing spikes. Deck, you have lower orders? Yes, I have lower orders. When would you take your profits on this play, though? If this play ever spiked back up towards the 590s, I'd probably just take, again, a quick, like, $300. So if this play ever spiked up towards, like, 590 or so, I'd probably, again, take a $300 profit and just be happy with that. But if it goes lower, if we do get a little bit of a dip, that's absolutely fine. So there's many different areas that you can pull the trigger on. You can pull the trigger on this old area back on down towards that 530-ish mark as we talked about. You can put an area all the way back on down towards the VWAP, or you can put an area on this nice little uptrend that we're trying to continuously hold right around this 550 mark. Right now, I only have 800 shares filled out of a collective about, you know, what, I would say 2,400 that I want to get filled. Stock just is getting a little bit weaker. Still going to want to see it go a little bit lower for my dip buy. If you guys are getting filled, or if you guys got filled at 545, 550, I think we have a great entry starting on off. My target, as I said, is probably going to be back on down or back on up towards around that 590 mark. 590, I think, could be a great like area. Now, guys, I did just get filled another, again, 800 shares as the stock just came on down. Stock just came on down. Did just get, again, new cost basis at, again, 520. Stock looks like it might get halted here. Deck, where's the next main dip buy and bounce play? Next main dip buy and bounce play is going to be that VWAP area. If we get halted, that's absolutely A-okay. I got 1,600 shares filled. Stock just got a little bit weaker right here. Now, Deck, where is going to be the first and main dip buy that we can have? Next dip buy that I'm going to add more shares towards is going to be back on down towards this mark right here, which is going to be the VWAP, right? We talked about this yesterday. VWAP bounce, VWAP bounce, VWAP bounce. If I'm going to get filled on this play, I want to get filled most likely right next or right near the VWAP. Okay? I'm actually going to put in an entry even a little lower than the VWAP just to make it, because if it bounces back on up, I'll get back to even right away. If it does crack on down even lower, I want to make sure I'm getting filled at a good area. So, Deck, you know, where are you going to put entries? Probably all in this region, from $5 all the way back down to $4.80. Just, again, scale in on some larger shares back on down low. So again, I want to put in some larger shares down low, making sure I'm doing it right. Ba, 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 ba. All right, so Deck, what are you going to do here? VWAP is what I'm expecting to be a dip buy. I'm going to add another probably 900 shares right here, and I'm probably going to add another probably 900 shares right here with a stop loss probably right here. So traders, this is what I'm going to be doing. Let's again kind of make this in a color code so you guys can see absolutely everything, okay? Let's color code this so there's no confusion. So far, Deck, where did you get filled? First entry I got filled at, as you guys know, is going to be at the price of $5.50. That is going to be in green. That's my first entry I got filled at. My second entry, where I got filled at, is going to be at the price of $5.30. That's where I got filled at. Now I'm going to have more pending entries in blue at $5 and probably right underneath $5 right here. And then I'm going to have a main stop loss down here. So right now at this moment, just want to explain it all. I got filled at $5.50. I got filled at $5.30. That puts my cost basis at the price of $5.40. Puts it right in the middle in between these areas. So let's just make this one green line. That's my cost basis. Okay, that green line, it represents where I am currently in on this stock. Now, the stock just faded, just got a little bit weaker. I'm going to go ahead and add in shares back on down towards $5, back on down towards, again, the low 490s. Now, if I get filled at $5 and the low 490s, that's most likely going to make my new cost basis probably somewhere right around $5.15. Now, if the stock keeps on fading even more, I'm just going to get out because it's not working out the way I want it to. Does that make sense? So I want to show you where I started at, where I'm currently at, where, again, these entries are at, and where, again, my final stop loss will be. And I just want to make sure you guys can fully see that, understand that, and get a good, like, okay, hey, got it. Okay, good. Okay, great. Okay, makes sense. But yes, I do have a stop loss. Yes, I will get out if this play goes underneath that 470 area. But that's how, again, I'm always going to trade. I average in on plays, and if it goes underneath an area that, again, is probably going to kill off the play, then I move on from it. So again, Deck, what's the area that you are going to just get out 100%? Probably in the 470s. Somewhere in the 470s, going to just move on and get out of that play completely. So right now, CPIX, we will continue to watch this play. And again, traders, this is always something that I always like to do. I always, again, hate, and I refuse to buy stocks at the top. Refuse. So traders, again, when I get involved in my plays, when I get involved in my stocks, the most important thing for me is to never buy in at the very tippity top. Because you know what? There are people in right now at $6.40, $6.10, $6, $5.50, like there's, or at $6.75. There's people that are in on these plays that are still holding. I like to always have averages near support lines. I like to average in near bottoms. You know why? Because there's a much better chance that the stock is going to bounce. I do not ever want to be a person that's scaling in near tops. Again, I'm scaling in after a $1.50 pullback. I'm scaling in after a $1 drop. I'm scaling in after CPIX went on a 100% spike, and now again is currently sitting at a 38% spike. So the thing is that you always need to remember over on these plays, guys, is never buy in at the very tippity top. Stocks are usually going to have dip buys and bounces. Now, that's not every single play. There's a chance. Is there a chance that this one opens on up, dumps, and again, it doesn't do anything for us? For sure. There's a chance that this play again opens on up, dumps, and again, I just cut out and I move on. That could easily happen. But in the most cases, when a stock has a big pullback, people see it as dip buying opportunities. CPIX, 1008, it's going to get unhalted here right now. Guys, CPIX, live. This stock is live right now. CPIX, this stock is live right now. Did not get filled on my second or my third entries yet. You'll see again my cost basis change when I do get filled. So I did not get filled on my next entry yet. Little heads on up. I still only have 1,600 shares at the price of a $5.40. Did not get filled on my next entry yet. Guys, just got filled a little bit more. New cost basis, $5.27. Just got filled at again, $5.01. New cost basis, $5.07. Let's see if we can actually start getting this dip buy. Let's see if this thing can start getting a little bit move towards the upside here. So I would like to see a dip. I would like to see a bounce. I would like to actually see a little bit of a climb here now. Bringing my cost basis down. Want to see again that dip buy and that bounce on up. And be able to again start getting a little bit more hype. Let's see if we can break back above the 520s. Deck, where would a reasonable dip buy be? I would say, again, a dip buy back up to 550 plus could be, again, a great, reasonable area. I would say this orange line would be a great target. Want to make sure you guys see everything. You guys know what I'm doing over on this play, where I'm at, what I'm looking for. Really, again, just watching the level 2. Let's see if we can get back above the 520. Got filled on the absolute bottom area, right around 501. Looking to see if this is going to hold $5 and get its next leg and keep on spiking back on up. Got to be able to re-break 520 to kind of get like buying volume, momentum, and action towards the upside. If you don't feel comfortable, just get out. That's fine. If you don't feel comfortable, get out and move on. Right now, I'm down in the red, 480 bucks. Wanted to see if this is going to be able to spike. VWAP is trying to hold up as the support line. We haven't gotten that big bounce off the VWAP just yet, though. Just being honest with you. We have not gotten that big bounce off the VWAP just yet. We got a little bit of a crack underneath the VWAP. I'm going to get rid of some of these lines just so we can watch the chart a little bit better. But as of now, we need to get back above the VWAP. Deck, what's the VWAP at? VWAP's at 507. The last thing we want is the VWAP turning into resistance. We don't want the VWAP turning into resistance. We want the VWAP turning into support. Am I right? So we need to get back above the VWAP, get back above this area, start moving our way back up in a better fashion, in a better manner. I'm actually even thinking about moving my stop loss up slightly if we don't get back above the VWAP. I don't think I'm going to add on to this play anymore. I don't think that would be a smart idea to add on to this play even more if we can't get back above the VWAP. So again, I'm going to give it a little bit of time. If we can't get back above the VWAP, I'm moving on. Looks like it's getting a little weaker, guys. Might get out here soon. Just giving everyone a heads on up. Might get out here soon. It's not getting the bounce back above the VWAP. It's under the VWAP, holding it more as resistance. Needs to get back above 507 if I want to get involved on this play and keep on going. So just heads on up. Might be getting out of this play here soon. Cutting it out. If, again, it's not getting back above the VWAP, I don't want it holding as resistance. I want this holding as support. So we need to re-break 507 to continue to hold this play. Little heads up. 2,400 shares on this play, about a $12,000 investment right here, $12,648. My cost basis right now is $527. Get back above 507 is the most important thing for us right now. Take it one step at a time. Most important thing, get back above 507. Bids has to get above 507. Ask is starting to move. Bids are trying now. Bids are trying at this moment. 505, 507. Notice again, you can correlate what you're seeing on the level 2 to, again, the VWAP chart over here. Black squiggly line, 507. Bids right here, 506. If you are, again, in on this play, and this could be the top if this starts reversing back on down. So I'm always just, again, throwing out the negatives as well. If we can't break back above the VWAP, this would be the top before another red candle comes. Little heads up for you guys. So I'm giving it a little bit of time to see if we can get back above that 507 and hold 507. Because right now it's not doing it. Here's 507 on the bids. Trying to turn VWAP into support and not resistance. Right now it's more holding as resistance. It's hard to get above. We want it to hold as the floorboard instead. You know what I mean, guys? Nah, a little weaker here. Little weaker. Get back above $5 here or I'm getting out. If it doesn't get back above $5 here, I'm getting out and moving on. Still fighting $5. Doesn't get back above soon. I'm cutting out, traders. I'm not going to allow myself to lose a lot to say, ooh, it's time to get out now. That's not the way I trade. I don't ever hold on to plays where I get in so much red, I say, oh, I should have cut out a long time ago. If a play does not do what I intend it to do, it's gambling. You have a game plan. If the game plan does not follow your plan, you are then gambling. We are not here to turn the market into a casino. We are here to follow our game plan. So I'm still watching for this 507 break. We've had one touch, two touch, looking for, again, the third touch of 507. Watch the bids here, guys. All you got to do is watch the left side, the bids. It's at 505. You got to get back above 507 if we're going to squeeze and spike, okay? Nope. Guys, cutting out my loss. Cutting out my loss here. Gave it 3 chances. 1, 2, 3. cutting out my loss, not allowing myself to put myself in any unnecessary trouble. That's usually the way it goes. 3 strikes and you're out. We try to get 1 bounce, didn't work. Another bounce, didn't work. Another bounce, didn't work. Cutting it out. Cutting it out. Proud of that trade. You might say, Deck, how are you proud of a loser? Because I'm not going to hold and hope. Had a game plan. Bounce off the VWAP, average in, lower it down. Doesn't work out, move on from that play. This is how I'm able to survive as a stock trader. This is how I'm able to survive as, again, a full-time trader. I don't hold plays forever until I blow up my account. I don't hold plays forever until, again, I say to myself, oh man, I should have gotten out at 490. If it ain't working, move on. There's a million traders. There's a million different stocks out there. I'll accept a loss. Again, teaching the right way to take a loss. Teaching the right way to scale in on a play. Teaching the right way on how to have a stop loss. Teaching the right way on how to avoid gambling. I'll take that all day. So CPIX right here, Deck, could this still bounce back on up? It could. So again, please note, if you're in on this play right now, could it bounce back on up? 100% it definitely could. But I don't know now. I don't know. I don't have the answer. And if I'm gambling, I don't want to leave my whole entire salary to chance. I don't want to leave my salary to gambling. Could this play spike on up towards around 520 in the next 10 seconds? It definitely can. But I'm not leaving it to, again, the gamble. This is where, again, bad habits are developed. And what do I mean by bad habits? What bad habits are going to develop, guys, is people do this all the time. Okay? People don't get worried about the small paper cuts. They get frustrated on what they miss out on. So I'm going to cover up the screen here for a second because I want you to listen to this. Because again, if you don't listen to this, you could go through it. There are going to be a lot of people, right? And you can have your own opinion on that trade I just took. That trade that just spiked on up just came crashing on down. Me personally, I believe I got filled at a good area. I got filled and we were looking for a bounce play off the VWAP. Now I got filled a little bit high right here. That's where I got filled. I didn't chase the top. I got filled looking for a bounce off the VWAP. Now, this play did what? Went underneath the VWAP. It hit it once, underneath the VWAP. Hit it twice, underneath the VWAP. Hit it again, and I got out of that play. And I went from here to here. And I ended up losing whatever it was, $800. I just lost $800 right there, right? I basically gave back my win from yesterday. So I'm even on the week right now. Now this play, let's think about future value. This play basically has 2 options. In the next, again, 20 minutes, CPIX is going to fade and dump on down, and you're going to say, yes, I'm so happy I got out. Or in the next 20 minutes, CPIX is going to get the dip buy and the bounce play. And CPIX is going to do this and spike its way back on up. And you are going to be so frustrated, and you're going to say, oh, I lost $100. Oh, I lost $200. If I just kept on holding, I'm such an idiot. Traders, are you really such an idiot? No. You do not know. Tell me right now who's going to win the Super Bowl. Tell me right now who's going to win the NHL Stanley playoffs. Who's going to win the MLB, World Series next year. Who's going to be the MVP. We don't know. You don't know the future. All you know at this exact time is the absolute present moment. That's all you can predict. All you can predict at this absolute time is the present moment. But what most traders do is they develop awful habits. Because if CPIX starts spiking its way back on up, you start saying, I should have kept on holding. Now, let's say it's tomorrow. Tomorrow we see a very similar pattern. And you again jump in at a good area. You jump in at an area where you say, ooh, I'm getting in right here. I'm getting in right here. I'm getting in right here. And you do a big trade. And then all of a sudden, the stock starts going weaker. And you say, no. Hey. I went through this yesterday. Yesterday, I again got out of my play, and you know what? It came back up later on in the day. But now again, this play, it starts losing more and more. And you say, oh, don't worry. Yesterday it did the same thing. It'll come back on up. And it loses more, and it loses more, and it loses more. And then next thing you know, you didn't lose, let's say, $800. You just lost $4,000. So not only did you lose yesterday, but now, again, you're losing even more going into today or tomorrow because, again, you're letting bad habits start controlling your trading. This is what I truly want to be able to put out there. When I jump into a play, guys, I try to jump in with the odds in my favor. Now, what is the crazy thing about odds? if again, we have a coin flip and the coin flip is 50-50, you might win some, I'll win some. If the coin flip is 80-20, I'll win most of them. You'll win some of them. If the coin flip is 95-5, guess what? 95% chance that it's going to land on my side. I'm going to win the majority of the time. But the thing is, there is always the percentage. There is always the chance that guess what? This does not work out the way we want. And that's what you need to take into account for stock trading. So you might have seen over on my Twitter or my stock twits or my whatever. When I trade, I have an 85% win rate. On our small account challenge, we had an 81% win rate. That's what we just had for our last small account challenge where we turned $4,000 into over $14,000 or $5,000, excuse me. How am I doing that? Because the thing is, when I lose, I cut it out when it's not working. I say, hey, it's not working, I'm getting out. I don't want to wait for max pain for me to say, oh, I should probably get out right now. Do you think I want to wait for CPIX for max pain until it comes all the way down to 430 to get out? No. Get in at good at support lines, average in on entries, look for a bounce off the VWAP. If that doesn't work, get out and move on. You don't got to be holding and going through max pain for nothing, right? So I always think about it as in being in a relationship, right, traders? Most people, there are people out there, and I'm going to say some people. There are some people out there that fall in love with a boy or a girl, and no matter what, they just refuse to leave them. You guys have a friend like that? Hopefully it's not you. But again, I know people. I know people that have been together for a very long time, especially during high school and during college, and they both like hate each other's guts. They hate each other. They don't like being around each other. There's no love whatsoever. The one yells at them. The other one yells at them. And it's just like, why are you guys together? And it's like, oh, I can't break up with her. Oh, I can't break up with him. Right? It's like, what do you mean? And that's sometimes what traders do when they get involved in stocks. They get into a relationship and they refuse to sell. Traders, you have to be on the complete opposite spectrum. The complete opposite spectrum is you go on that first date, and again, you don't like the way it goes, boom, delete the number, block them, move on. That's how I treat my trades. I treat my trades by I jump in right here. If it does not bounce, I block them, I move on, I cut out. I'm never looking at CPIX again in my life. You know what I mean? That's kind of the idea. Trade, all right? So it's okay to break up with someone. It's okay to get out of a play with a small loss. It's okay that you treated someone with dinner, and again, you paid for your dinner, you were a respectful man, and you say, hey, this just isn't working between us. That's fine. You'll find love. You'll find a better play. It's okay. But again, don't all of a sudden get trapped into a relationship and never refuse to sell CPIX. Because CPIX right now is going down in the 470s. Guess where we got out? 490s. Guess where we got out? Up near $5. Guess what? This is another $800 loss. This is another $1,600 loss. This is another $1,300. It's okay to take small red. Guys, small reds mean nothing. Small reds, it's like a little paper cut. Boop, nothing. It goes, ow, who cares? Right? Now, again, you also need to understand, little side note, if you're saying small red deck, that's a lot of money to me, right? Well, again, you're not trading my account. If you're trading, again, an account that's $3,000, you might have lost 75 bucks. You know what I mean? If you're trading, again, a $30,000 account, it's not that big of a deal when you lose 500 bucks. So the thing, it all comes on down to perspective. Follow your game plan, follow your setup, do what you do best. So, does anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns? Tommy, do you have a max loss in dollar amount? Max loss for me, like in dollar amount, would probably be like, again, we're talking max loss, probably like 2,000. So for me, it's like, once I start like seeing 2,000, it's kind of like, Deck, wrap it up. What are you doing here? Like, that's kind of like my like alarm bells start going. If I lose $2,000 on a trade, it's like, what am I doing here? I'm stuck in a relationship that I know that's not working out. I'm stuck in a relationship that's not doing what's supposed to do. So for me, it's more like $2,000. Right now, AMD still, again, fading on down here slightly. Still getting a little bit weaker. Little bit of a drop, little bit of a fade. But CPIX, what I am happy about is that this was the stock that we were talking about all morning. CPIX getting the previous spike, the previous rip, the previous run. Dak, you going to jump in on anything else? To be frank with you, most likely, no, I am not. Most likely, again, that is going to be the only trade I'm going to try to make today, just because CPIX is just getting a little bit too weak. So, we will see what we get coming on up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys know, we are going to be live every single day. Every single day we're going live until Wednesday. Wednesday! We are getting ourselves ready to rock. We are getting ourselves ready to go. Wednesday, next Wednesday, 7 days from now. I put my mouth, my money, all on the line, baby. Right? It comes on down to can Sean Dekmar do it again? Can Sean Dekmar defy the odds? Can I go ahead and grow a small account? Traders, again, we have talked about it many times, but I'm going to talk about it one more time right here. When I, again, do the small account challenge, let's go over the best. Let's go over some of the worst. The best small account challenge we have ever done was from $4,000, and we were able to turn it into $68,000 over, again, a 6-month span. That was one of the best ones that we have ever done. The most recent one we have done is $5,000, and we have turned it into $14,100. And that took us 2.5 months to be able to accomplish. Now, let's go to the opposite side, because people always like knowing this. What's the worst one you ever done? The worst one I ever done was probably when I did options. Options. We did $4,000. And again, with the options one, it basically dwindled down to $1,000 over about 1 month. That was, again, a losing one that I did. And I always like to be transparent. I don't hide anything, guys. But the thing is, guess what? We've done massive small account challenges before. $5,000 to $68,000, $5,000 to $30,000 we've been able to accomplish. We've got the last one, $5,000 to $14,000. But we've also had our loser. But what was our loser? On options. Guess what? I'm not trading options. Guess what I'm trading? The ones that I know how to trade. Hot press releases, shorting, breakouts, big moves, low floats. That's what we're going to be getting after. So again, this is the strategy we are going to be looking at. The big spikes, the big rips, the big runs, the big climbs. So again, next Wednesday, 7 days from now, 2025 small account challenge, $5,000. We are not even counting it a success unless I know the majority of you guys get above the PDT rule. Unless the majority of you guys break the PDT rule, I'm not counting it as a success. This is not a small account challenge for me. I already know how to trade. It's a small account challenge for you. So if you do not get above the PDT rule, we'll take a poll at the end. If you do not, I'm not counting it as a success. Nope. And again, guys, that will only be on tradecaster.com. Little heads up, tomorrow we are going to be giving out discounts. Tradecaster guys, make sure you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. We are going to be giving away 20% discounts to everyone if you guys want to join us for the small account challenge. Small account challenge discounts coming out tomorrow. It'll be about $139 and for you to be able to join the small account challenge. But again, if you want an annual membership, you'll save $400. If you want a semi-annual membership, you'll save again $200. If you want a lifetime membership, but that will only be on tradecaster.com. Tommy, do we get a discount if we're already members? Absolutely. If you want to upgrade your membership, 100%, Tommy. 100%. You can always upgrade your membership with these discounts that I give you. Also, as always, guys, let's run through it. I always like to do it once a day. Dek, who is... Let me go ahead and grab this over here for you guys. Dek, what is the news scanner? Let's go through it all. I always like to give you guys all my scans. So number one, news scanner, Fox Runner. Make sure you guys are all set. Number two on the list, my broker, Lightspeed. So you guys have my broker right here. Bang. And number three, last but not least, we do have, again, my trade idea scanners so that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. Now, also, a little heads on up. I know yesterday we talked about this a little bit. We did talk about this yesterday about the prop firm. I actually reached out to the prop firm and I got all you guys a discount. So if anyone is interested in a prop firm, it is Dekmar 10, I believe. Dekmar 10 is going to get you, and actually give me 1 second. I want to make sure that that is correct. Give me one moment here. Oh, sorry. Even better. Dekmar 20. So I actually reached out to that prop firm and they actually gave me a discount if anyone is interested in that. So traders, again, for anyone who does not know, what is a prop firm? Prop firm is essentially you prove that you can pass a test, and once you pass a test, they fund you $100,000. So if you guys again want to try that on out, try it out. Again, I encourage everyone to try out new things. Try out futures, try out Forex, try out this, try out that, right? Try it all out. So if you are someone who only has $2,000 in your account, $1,000 in your account, and you're saying, Dek, I know how to stock trade. I know what to do. I just don't have funds. That's why prop firms have been like popping on up. So this is one that my friend recommended to me. And that's why I went over here and I said, hey, can I have a discount for all of our Tradecaster members or YouTube viewers or discounts or a Discord or Twitter or whatever? So go ahead, try it on out. There's literally nothing to lose. If you get funded $100,000, go ahead and crush the market. So make sure that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. Go ahead, throw Dekmar 20 on there for 20% off and you'll be all set, ready to get after it. All right. Traders, can I ask right now, does anyone here right now use a prop firm? Can anyone raise their hand and say, Dek, I use a prop firm? Can someone tell me again your experience on it? Do you guys love it? Do you guys hate it? Do you guys think it's worth it? Do you guys think, Dek, it's the best thing ever? Because the thing is, some people tell me all the time, say, Dek, why would you ever trade your real money anymore? People do bring that up to me. They say, why would you ever risk your real money? Why not, again, just pay $100 to pass a test on a prop firm, get funded $50,000, and then you just don't have to worry about it anymore? So, it's got a point. Maybe I'll test it on out one time. Maybe I'll check it on out. I have yet to ever again do one, but I think we definitely can. I definitely think we should at some point. OGEN getting a little bit weaker. RNAZ getting a little bit weaker. KTTA, PWM. Let's see if there's anything big happening in the market right now. Taking a look over on CNBC. Anything too big, too wild. Alphabet shares fall. We already know that. UPS says it will resume accepting inbound packages from China and Hong Kong. AMD shares dropped 10% after disappointing data center revenue. Stock splits double the market return. Bank of America is who's next. Nope. So nothing again too wild here. AMD getting a little bit weaker. What's NVIDIA doing? NVIDIA still trying to bounce its way back on up and keep again doing what it does best. All right, traders. Let's again see where this momentum is going to be taking us. Joseph over on again YouTube says, Dek, what's the catch with prop firms? Well, the catch is essentially that they just take some of the profits you make. It's almost like a partnership type of thing. A partnership type of thing where you prove you're a good trader. You prove you're a good trader. They fund you accounts. After they fund your account, you again split the profits. So it's almost like, oh, I don't want to split my profits. Well, again, you're getting $50,000. They're giving you $100,000. If you again make $10,000, you get to keep whatever. I don't know what the number is. Let's just say it's 50-50. You keep again $5,000, they get to keep X amount, or it could be 80-20, or it could be 90-10. But the thing is, they're loaning you that money. If they're loaning you that money, they get to get a share of it. They get to get a piece of it, right? So it's almost like pay for a test, pass the test. Hey, you're a great trader. Here's money. Okay, you trade money. Since we're giving you this money, we get a piece of whatever you make. Right? That's basically the deal of how it goes. Braden says, I use it. It's amazing. Awesome. Awesome. I like that. So yeah, check it on out. I don't own it or anything, guys, but I want to throw it into the mix. I want to throw it into the mix of, again, some stuff that I throw out to everyone. All right. Traders, any final questions, comments, or concerns? Any final questions, comments, or concerns that you guys might have for me out of today? Please let me know. Obviously, I'm here to help. But we are coming on down here, traders. 1040 in this market. Market's been a little bit slower today. We went after one trade over on CPIX, and it's great that, again, you're able to have a quick stop loss. Great to be able to move on. Great to say, you know what? Not doing it. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you so much, as always, for all the traders who have joined us on this day. Thank you so much for all the amazing people that, again, are here every single moment. People that sign on up, people that are part of our small account challenge coming on up to be able to take you to the next level, to be able to do what we do best. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are fired on up. I hope you guys are ready, and I hope you guys are bringing the energy, the enthusiasm every single day. Because that's what we do here, team. Every day, 100 out of 100. No days of slowing down, no days of taking off, no days of not live streaming. Every single day, we show up 6:45 a.m. Going to be live streaming for about 4 to 5 hours every day, making sure you understand what's happening in the market, understanding you're learning how the right way to trade, becoming profitable, putting the odds in your favor, doing everything you need to do to come out right. We ain't stopping. We ain't slowing on down. 7 days away till the small account challenge. Help me wrap this thing on up. You guys know the drill. Let's do it, team. In 3, 2, 1.
She just moved to LA.
I love you guys. I'll see everyone back here tomorrow. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your games. CPIX. Keep it cut. Nice work getting out of that play quickly. And good job for everyone making some cash. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Let's keep it going here, team. Small account challenge.
And she got a body. She be trying to party. She be trying to party.
Sometimes you gotta lose somebody just to find you really love someone. Oh, and I do, and I do, and I do, yeah. Sometimes you gotta lose somebody just to find you really love someone.
She be trying to party. She just moved to LA.
Fall so hard, motherfuckers wanna find me. First nigga gotta find me. What's 50 grand to a motherfucker like me? Can you please remind me? Fall so hard, this shit crazy. Y'all don't know that those shit fades. Next could go 0 for 82 when I look at you like this shit crazy. Fall so hard, this shit weird. We ain't even supposed to be here. Fall so hard since we here. It's only right that we be fair. Psycho, I'm libo, go Michael. Take the pick, Jackson, Tyson, Jordan, Game 6.
Hotel rooms, if you like having secret little rendezvous, if you like can call me love, you can call me baby, all of the above. You can call me late night, and I'll be at your door. You can call me anything or anything you want, just don't call me love. Don't call me up.
Riding my bike like I'm too young to try. Careless and free like it's 2005. Had to chill the fuck out, take a trip outside to have fun with my friends like I'm young and alive.
Chocolates, I wanna ride. You're toxic, I'm sipping on that. Taste of a poison paradise. I'm addicted to you, don't you know that you're toxic? And I love what you do, don't you know that you're toxic? I'm addicted to you, don't you know that you're toxic?
Had to chill the fuck out, take a trip outside to have fun with my friends like I'm young and alive. Like I'm young and alive.
Don't you know that you're toxic?
I wanna be the very best, no one ever was. Catchman is my real test, the training is my cause. I'll travel across the land, searching far and wide. Keep up your mind to understand and the power that's inside. It's you and me, I know it's my destiny. Oh, you're my best friend, in a world you must defend. I'm so true, I'm very from love too. You teach me and I'll teach you.
Wobbling around in your high heel shoes, I'm clumsy. Made friends with the floor. 2 for 1, you know a bitch by 4. And 2 left feet, you know I always drop. First thing a girl did was a bop on the whole damn cake and the cherry on top. Shook up the bottom, made a good girl. You ain't even here to party. Ken in the club tryna pipe.